Hello, everybody, and good morning. It's Connor. It is the one Leeds Watchalong. What on earth is going on, people? We are back. We're done with that international crap, and we're back supporting the Whites. How are we doing? Did you cop the white thing, leisure top that Leeds put out yesterday? We have officially turned into Hipster United, everybody. Get believing. Yeah. That I'm not going to lie. The smiley sequence has done its job, hasn't it, people? Jesus Christ. It was sold out in 25 minutes, I think it was. So my question is, why didn't they stop more so I could go on and blow even more money on merchandise of which I can't afford? Yes, everybody, this is the One Leeds fan channel. This is where we spend a lot of money, but you can also get your merch. Link is in the description below. And as you can tell, I'm excited for this one. Burnley. We've got Patreon stuff as well, everybody. We've got articles. Look, if you're not bothered about this sort of stuff, if this is the first time you've tuned in to One Leeds, please like, comment, and subscribe, of course. But if you prefer your journalistic standard, we have articles here, there, and everywhere, features, news updates, everything. You know, you can have your match analysis on there as well in article form. So I'm trying to make this multifaceted, not just the video platform. So you guys can go over there, check that out. And we've invested in that. So hopefully you'll enjoy that thing. Also, by Sunday, the competition ends, but we have a competition going right now on Patreon, which essentially is a free bit of merch that you win from myself and back for the collaboration merchandise that I've been doing now for about a year. Me and Gav have been shelling loads of stuff out. So listen, if you want a free bit of merch, get involved in a competition. It isn't going to cost you any money. And yeah, as I said, just enter the Patreon and then you've got loads of bits, and that's link in the description for that, but in the section below as well. Also, everybody, I do have to shout out that we are sponsored by my good friends at IPM.com for all your CCTV, security, surveillance, bits and bats, everybody. They're Leeds fans. They're based in the Leeds community, LS11. Make sure you check out those guys. Our sponsor for the whole season. Links in the description below. How are we all doing? I'm excited, everyone, for this one. Burnley. It's a big game for the Whites. We're going to be speaking about the key players. We're going to be speaking about the form in this build-up. Turn off the Sky Sports crap and listen to my notions. Listen to your rhetoric going into today's match as well. I've got the, what are we sporting today? I've got the old Asics training top on, which cost me an arm and a leg about 3 or 4 years ago. And hello, everybody. Hello, Connor. Looking forward to the watch on. How you, mate? Go on, Connor, says Otis from sunny Whitby. How are we doing, mate? Hope you're all good. You all right, lad? Says SSJW Animation. Jeez, it's sold out already. Sat in traffic on the way there, says Righty. Hello, my friend. How are we all doing, everybody, anyways? Everybody good? What have you been up to? And where are you watching it today? Righty's just said there that he's on his way down to Ellen Road. Now, I'm hoping to get down there. I think around about, not like after the Cardiff game, I think I'm going to try get to the Coventry game. I think it's on the 24th, if I can. Did you guys know that for this game, I'm sure Righty's involved in it as well. Don't know if he's got a season ticket or whatever, but this game, Jesus Christ, 50 quid. I logged on yesterday, and obviously I put my money into the club all the time anyway, because I buy every bit of merchandise that the club's bloody got, as you can all tell. But ticket-wise, even if I was to go to it this weekend, of which was a little bit difficult for me, because what I want to do, everyone, is I want to mix it up. I want to be honest with you, because I'm a Leeds fan. Do you know what I mean? I'm a Leeds fan. I don't want to just always sit here doing watch-alongs. Look, I know it's good for the foreign fan, of course it is, but I love Leeds. I'm sure you guys can respect that. I want to get down there and watch the club as well, you know. So I am going to do that this season. I'm not just going to sit here for every single game. I can't do it. I'm too much of a Leeds fan to just sit here all the time. I can't do it. But we are going to be doing it for this game, of course. And the lineups are now available, everybody. But yeah, let me know. The game was 50 quid. 50 quid I went on yesterday. Can you believe it? A championship game, everybody. 50 English pounds. Unbelievable. I couldn't quite believe it. But also thanks for your donations. They've been greatly appreciated. You can hit the thanks button after the stream and donate 1 or 2 quid. You know, the price of a coffee. It all goes back into the channel and the articles and all this sort of stuff. It really helps me out. But just in general, during the watch-alongs and the live streams, you've all been fantastic in terms of your donations, and I really, really appreciate your kind way. So I'm just getting the lineup sorted now. for you guys. But let's talk about the key players anyway. That's what I want to do. Watching from Bangkok. I'm going to the commentary game, Connor, so might bump into you. Lego Hair says, where did you get that training top from? Lego Hair, I got this from eBay, my friend. I got this from eBay about 3 years ago. It cost me 150 quid, mate, with which I can't afford now. There's no way I'm affording that right now. And I don't know what to do, to be honest, mate, because what I'm thinking about now is, should I really be wearing this during this watch along, or should I be taking it off? And as you can see, we've got the white of Leeds United underneath me. And it's been a good luck charm so far. It has, but I have to say I'm not very superstitious, so I'm going to go with it. So if we lose, you can all blame me anyway. But let me know what you're wearing and all that stuff. Not in a weird way. What Leeds shirt you're wearing. But morning, Connor. How are you, mate? All good, Tommy. All good, my friend. How are you, buddy? Ian Bannister says, come on, Leeds. Prove me right. 3-1 win. Morning, brother. Says Kenneth Clement. 5:30 a.m. in Wisconsin. 3:30 a.m. says Ben AZ Leeds in Arizona. Let's go, Leeds United. Right. I want to say something as well, everybody. One Leeds might be going to America. Okay, I know you're all a bit excited. The date, very soon. The place, Miami. Right, I know everyone. I know you're all a bit excited, but if there's any of you lovely Leeds Yanks out there, head on over. Just get in the DMs and we can do something. I might be watching a specific game with a specific fan group, of which I'm very excited for. But yes, everybody, One Leeds is breaking into America. So really, really excited for what's coming with the channel as well. And it's all thanks to you guys as well. So keep letting me know anyway what's going on with you guys, and if you're about for that and all this sort of stuff. But draw today, says John. Evening in Western Australia. The Mozzies are out. Hello, Tyke in Perth. Yeah. Calgary. Paul, I would do. I'd try come to these places, mate, but I don't have the bank. I don't have the bank balance to get over to Canada, mate, and America and Australia as much as I'd love to. But maybe in due course, we'll see. I want to do going places way more when it comes to the Leeds fans. I want to explore the Leeds fan base. I don't just want to sit in here and do watch-longs all the time. I want to come out and meet you guys. I'm a sociable guy. I don't live on Twitter. But yeah, let me know what you're watching on today. Have you got the Sky Sports red button, everybody? Is everyone watching it on ESPN or wherever you're from? Logan, top man, my friend, thank you so much for the one Leeds fan channel membership. Come Northern Ireland, Connor. Lee, it's more achievable for me, my friend. It's definitely more achievable. So, yeah, man, definitely. So, Northern Ireland is a quick plane ride for me. I'm a rock and roll star. Let's have a look. Kelleher wants first team minutes. Would you take him? Yeah, I'd definitely take Kelleher. Of course I would. Only Leeds Bro says, what's your prediction today, Connor? I'm going to go with the 2-1 Leeds United win, mate. The lineups will be coming very, very soon, mate. Yeah, of course. I'm just getting my designer to send me them over. Bless him. I don't think he realizes I am on stream. But yeah, we'll get them up in a second. We're going to discuss them in just a minute or two. Do you expect the same strategy of forcing it down the left like against Hull? Yeah, Matt, it's a good point, mate. The challenges of this lot are going to be very, very difficult. I think Burnley are going to we're overlooking them a little bit. I think some fans are. I'm not saying you all are, but I think and look, me, I've said Leeds are going to win this game, so I can be put in that bracket as well. But guys, just before we start as well, can you like the stream? All 800 of you right now, please make sure you like the stream because it ranks a little bit higher, helps me out, really appreciate it. But yeah, for me, I think this is going to be a big task. I think it's all going to be in the midfield, to be honest. I think Hannibal being in there, presumably he's in there. I've not checked the lineups yet. We will get into that, everybody. But yeah, he's going to be a tricky customer, I think, for this one. If we just have a look at the key players here, who I'm just going to bring up for this one, these are the two that I'm going to focus on for this game in particular. I think it's going to be Solomon, as we've mentioned on that left hand side. I think it's going to be he really is for me nowadays our outlet. Our proper outlet in terms of the Somerville debacle as well. Who's coming as the key player? It is Solomon. I think this guy on my right, your left, This guy's a problem. I've mentioned this for 4 years. I get the mick taken out of me by KG and Brownie for talking about this guy. But listen, we did inquire about him in the transfer window, so he can't be that bad. A little bit of a snippet there for you. But yeah, no, I've always rated Brownhill. I think as a Premier League midfielder, he's always been solid. I think he'd still work at like a Brighton, a Brentford, a Palace. I'm surprised that Premier League clubs didn't come in for him, to be honest. And I think he's a good player. He's a really good player. So the midfield battle is going to be interesting today. He's got yards of experience over the likes of Ampadu and the likes of Gruev. So I think really holding someone like Brownhill down is going to be, as Jamie says, Connor loves Brownhill Dino. Do you know what, mate? It's been overhyped. Look, man, if I talk about someone and rate someone, people just seem to run with it. Mark Rocker is now just a joke. I don't rate Mark Rocker as highly as people think I do, but I've just had to roll with it now. So yeah, there you go. But yeah, man, I think these are going to be the two key players today. Same team as against Hull. Thanks for that, Lee. So look, we're looking at a very similar outcome here to what's going on. I can't believe, by the way, the live EFL game, the main game, is Millwall Hull, Millwall Luton. What is all that about? Why are we watching? Why is that the main game? Who cares about that? Hold on, everybody. I'm just gonna get the lineups up for you guys now. But yeah, for me, it's going to be those two. I think they're going to be the key ones for this game. Let me just get the lineups up for you now, because that would help proceedings, wouldn't it? How about this? Is this it? There we go. Bash. There we go. Okay, everybody. So these are the lineups that both teams have gone with today. Leeds United starting with Ilan Melie in there, Jayden Bogle. We've got Pascal Strauch, Joe Rodon, Junior Firpo. And then the midfield in front of them, Gruev and Ampadu. As I've said, everyone, I just like us being a little bit more ambitious in the midfield. I have to be honest with you. And I know a lot of you guys don't like it because there was a few of you who seem to think that I hate Gruev. I don't hate Gruev. I think Gruev it should be utilised for certain games. And I think, as we were mentioning the other day, do Leeds need a double pivot? Do we really need a double pivot in this league? Or could we go Marcelo Bielsa or a 4-1-4-1? I think we could do a 4-1-4-1. I think the reason he does a 4-2-3-1 is because he's slightly concerned about the opposition, if I'm being honest with you. However, I understand for this game in particular, when Burnley are one of the top 3 sides in the division, why you'd put another double pivot in there, as in, Gruev in there. But for me, the balance of having a Tanaka in there or a Joe Rothwell means they probably add to the 3 in behind the striker. You'll get Rothwell pushing up, you get Tanaka pushing up. I feel we damage more teams like that. And I also think it's very underrated that Rothwell can work in a defensive capacity, and so can Tanaka. So I don't really understand the notion of having Gruev in there over everything. So for me, it'd be Tanaka, Rothwell, and then Gruev. Just purely because I don't think Leeds United need a second pivot. I don't think we need that. Why do we need that? We could play a 4-1-4-1 and disarm any team in this division, in my opinion. But I do get it for your Sheffield United. I do get it for your Burnley in terms of how good these teams are at this level. So I understand it for that, and I understand why he's probably gone with the double pivot there. We look a little bit further forward. Solomon, Aronson, Nonto, and Joseph. So when we're looking at that, obviously Ramazani doesn't start. Dan James isn't in the side. You've got Perot, Rothwell, Byram, Gelhardt, Darlow, DeBeo, Tanaka, Schmidt, Ramazani. So it's still a strong team. It's a strong bench. And then we look at Burnley's side. James Trafford, I'm stunned he's at that club. I really am. And then obviously we're seeing Bashir Humphreys, who Leeds United were looking at on that right-hand side. What we know is with Bashir Humphreys, he could have played anywhere really along that back line and in midfield. So I would have liked us to have got him, to be honest with you. I think it'd have been a good utility option. Joe Worrell at the back. Look, we know what Joe Worrell's about. Years and years at Forest. He was the captain at Nottingham Forest as well. Nottingham lad, I believe. He's a good acquisition at this division. Would he be good for Leeds United? Yeah, he would be good for Leeds United, everybody. Just a little bit of experience in that back line. And he's a signing who Leeds United don't notoriously make, isn't it? It's an obvious signing. I always hark back to yesteryear of Leeds United taking Rodrigo over Ollie Watkins when he was there to be got. That always sort of burns me a little bit. But because obviously of Rodrigo's last season, I think a lot of Leeds fans have this sort of like nostalgic thing with him, which I understand to a certain extent, but I don't know if we ever got that money. Was he worth the expenditure? I'm not 100% sure he was. 30 million quid. But yeah, I think when you look at someone like Ollie Watkins, that would have been a smart sign. And when you look at someone like Joe Worrell, I remember back in the day, I'm pretty sure there was a conversation of Joe Worrell or Liam Cooper. So yeah, 100%. Yeah. Worrell at that point wasn't too experienced, but there we go. How things change. Obviously, Cooper was a good servant for us. Esteve, we thought he was going to be injured for this one. Robert Pires at left back. Pires, what a player. El Pires at left back. We've got the midfield of Hannibal, Brownhill, and Josh Laurent. Obviously, Josh Laurent, formerly of Stoke City. Interesting signing there. Colio show now. Colio show is a problem. He's a huge problem. Now, we look at Somerville, we look at Nonto, we look at the assets that we had last season in terms of Rutter. Colio show is a huge problem. And to be honest, if the battle, in my opinion, wasn't, it was either Brownhill versus Ampadu, which I think this is going to be the key battle in this game. Hence why I've got the key players that I've got. But the other one would have been Colio show versus Jayden Bogle. I believe he's going to be on that side anyway. So Bogle's going to be thoroughly tested in this one from a defensive capacity, of which I know we've all been questioning a little bit. So Colio show, 40 million quid Burnley wanted for him in the window. Wolves came in with 30 million. So look, we're talking numbers here of Rutter and Somerville, aren't we? We're talking big numbers. And it kind of, because it's Burnley, and with all respect, it's not Leeds United. Nobody really talks about Colio show going for 30, 40 million quid because it's not Leeds United. If this was Leeds United, it'd be huge news. It'd be massive. But it kind of went under the radar. Burnley wanted 40 million for him. Wolves wouldn't come back in with a 10 million increased bid. So there you go. So he remained and he signed a 5-year deal that week as well. So massive news. Now, the big one, the show for this one, Mr. Jayden Anthony. So, I think that's spelled wrong, actually. Editor. But Jayden Anthony there, obviously, for Leeds United, for Burnley. I liked Anthony. I did. I think people would have been disappointed if we'd have got him back. I understand that. I completely get it because it's not a new shiny toy. But I feel like the manager kind of underutilized Jayden Anthony. And what did he do wrong when he came on? I sort of hark back to Watford when he came on, did really well. Chelsea when he was excellent, he got 2 assists that game. Obviously Watford at home as well, where he scored that stunner. I just think Jayden Anthony as a fan base, we've got to be realistic with this. He wasn't exactly utilized enough. And I thought when he was utilised, I thought he had a really crisp ball into the box. He was never fully taken in as well, I don't think, because of the Sinisterra debacle. And we got Jayden Anthony as almost the club being like, oh shit, we need to go and get someone because Jayden Anthony has left the club. So it's because Sinisterra has left the club and we need something on the last day to keep the fans happy. So we got Jayden Anthony. So I didn't ever feel like it was a really good environment for him at Leeds United. But then the manager continued to not utilise him whatsoever, giving him 2, 3, 4 minutes. And I feel like that's probably going to be Joe Rothwell's time at Leeds as well. Will Bournemouth care about that? Are they that arsed about him getting no minutes at Leeds? I don't really know. Is he sort of surplus to requirements there? Whereas Jayden Anthony still might be someone who Bournemouth want to utilise in the future. I think, not ideal circumstance for him at Leeds United. I think, the environment wasn't great for a lot of them, was it? You look at Connor Roberts, you look at Jed Spence. Look, there's context with them all, I think, but I'm not 100% sure the environment was steady for all those 3 loan players. So, and then you get your Joe Rodons coming in and notoriously doing very, very well. So, Jayden Anthony. Zian Fleming as well, obviously coming in on loan, I should say, from Millwall. I think that's a good addition, Zian Fleming. I'm surprised he's been let out on loan. Is he a Neil Harris player at Millwall? That's a conversation to be had. But I do think that will be a decent signing for Burnley. But the overall conversation here is, has this game come a little bit too early for the Clarets? Now, there's a conversation really that it has come a little bit too early. And the reason I'm saying that is because their performances haven't been great. Look, they scored 9 goals in their opening 2 games. A lot of people might turn around and say, well, that's amazing. That's really good. They've scored X amount of goals, but, they scored with every single shot. And whilst, that might be very, very, sort of glamorous in a sense, it's like, well, every single shot, I wish we could do that. It's not really indicative of like dominating a game for me. And that Cardiff game in particular was one of which, it wasn't really that sort of game. But really good result anyway, regardless of that. So Let's have a quick look at your comments. Looking like Alioski now, mate. Yeah, it's sort of the bleach has gone down a little bit, hasn't it? Which is, you guys might enjoy. I was getting a little bit sick of the Ellen DeGeneres stuff, so I had to stick it up. Still no threat in midfield. Would have swapped Rothwell for Gruev. As Jamie said, the same thing. Looks like Rothwell is this season's Anthony hardly used. Yeah, I agree. I agree. I think Rothwell. The thing is, it's weird because can Tanaka defend? Of course he can. Of course Tanaka can defend. Can Rothwell defend? Well, of course he can. Anytime he was utilised in that Southampton side, it wasn't just a midfielder bombing on forward. It wasn't just a midfielder with legs, but it was a midfielder to sit as well, dictate the tempo. And that, just because Gruev's in there and we all see him as a combative, physical, defensive midfielder, the profile is very different to Rothwell, but Rothwell can do those defensive sides of the game. And once again, I think Rothwell's got a more varied game than Gruev. I don't think personally Gruev looks comfortable in those offensive phases of the game. I don't think he does. I think when he strikes a ball on the move, when it's stationary, obviously he's got a good whip on the ball, but when he strikes it on the move, I don't think he's a natural ball striker. I don't think he feels comfortable in that offensive third. You get a Joe Rothwell in there, you get a Tanaka in there, they evidently feel a little bit more comfortable a bit further forward, but they can do the other sides of the game as well. So they're more complete midfielders. Are they better than Eli Gruev at doing what Eli Gruev is best at? I don't think so. But can they still work as defensive midfielders? Of course they can. Of course they can. For me anyway. And yeah, I think that's a little bit of a disservice to say they can't really. Okay, so the SofaScore ratings for the last 5 games. What do we have here? So obviously, with Burnley's first 2 games, as we've spoken about, the smashing of Luton, the 4-1 down there, which was a real eye-opener, I think, for everybody. It was one of those where it was like bloody hell. And then, obviously, they got the other smashing 5-0 win against Cardiff City, who Leeds United play next week. Then the 2 losses, obviously, and then the draw against Blackburn Rovers, of which was against 10 men. One of those losses was against 10 men again. So Burnley have actually played up against 10 men twice this season and not got the desired result. Obviously, Sunderland and Blackburn Rovers, of which Blackburn I thought well in the game last week. Burnley were in control, but I thought Blackburn were well in it. And what stunning strike it was by Andreas Weimann to secure the point. Leeds United, obviously it's been a little bit different. A draw, a loss, a draw, and then the last 2. Obviously, Leeds have won, but what's really interesting so far is Leeds United have got 3 clean sheets, I should say, and obviously the sort of annoying one in that one is the 3-0 loss to Middlesbrough in the cup. Martin says, hi, I see Farke is still using his pre-printed lineup. Yeah, 100%, mate. I think that's going to be what we're going to see for the full season. Martin says, so not expecting any dead ball goals today. I think with dead balls, it's interesting once again, because I think where Leeds are going to be really good in terms of the dead ball situ is with our man Rothwell. But Rothwell would help. Rothwell with that delivery, but it's going to be with Pascal. I don't really see Joe Rodon doing anything. Joe Rodon needs to improve in that phase. He's 6'3" or whatever he is. 6'3". He's a centre back. We need to see more from him. Ampadu. How can Ampadu look more dangerous from set pieces and score more goals from being inside the box on set pieces than Joe Rodon? He needs to sort of anticipate. He needs to maybe have a word with the corner taker. Look, if you're going to go front post, that's fine. I'll go front post. Like, why doesn't Joe Rodon go front post every single time? Because Leeds can barely beat the first man on corners. So if you know that, why is there not a player of considerable height running toward the front post to knock it on? Flick it to the back post, or just invariably get your noggin on it and try get it in the back of the net. Do you know who's really good at that for Leeds United? Rio Ferdinand. Rio Ferdinand would constantly run across that first man towards the near post. I think he did it against Deportivo, Liverpool at Anfield as well. So, look, you can do that, and centre-backs can do that. I just feel with Joe Rodon, he doesn't really think. He doesn't really think about what he's doing. He just kind of hustles and bustles with the other centre-back who's marking him. He actually falls over quite a lot in the box as well and looks at the referee. But for me, run across the front post. Where's the ball going to be? The interpretation of a cross is massive when it comes to obviously success from set pieces. Run across the front man, because Leeds hit that first man about 80% of times from crosses. What do we know about Leeds in training as well? Do they even look at set pieces? I don't think we do from what the manager says, but that doesn't, you don't need to focus on that. Invariably, just just do what you need to do. It's simple. You know, if Leeds are hitting the front, if Leeds are hitting the first man every single time, run across the first man. You're going to get the flick on, aren't you? I just see it as quite simple. Morning, Connor. Excited about today. Hope Grove stays progressively. I think this will be a season-defining game. Shout out to Ragri as well. What's happening, Connor, pal? All is well. Grove always looks a little bit stiff. Do you think Farke will do Tanaka like Grove? Last season, he just popped up in the lineup after thinking he won't start. Yeah, I think it's a weird one, Matt. It's a weird one because I think with and you clearly have your thoughts about Farke, which is fair enough, mate. But I think he likes his starting 11, doesn't he? But you saw it at Norwich, mate. This isn't a surprise to any of us. Like Norwich, invariably, Tommy Tribal, for an example, would barely get any minutes, really. Invariably, a lot of it would be, you know, the same double pivot, which would be Vrancic and probably Tete. Vrancic, Tete, Onel Hernandez, Emi Buendia, Todd Cantwell, and Pookie up front. That's how it'd be week in, week out. And I always said, like, even when we're looking at Bielsa, consistency is the way to success. Of course it is, because it helps with momentum. It helps with patterns of play. It helps with so many things on a football pitch. But what I would say is there's got to be a rotation this season, especially around the Christmas period where Leeds have got, 8 games in 5 weeks. They've got to start rotating. They have to do that. And with Daniel Farke, I do get a little bit worried at points. I mean, he's completely wedded. We know he's completely wedded to having Grove in there, which is fine. I understand it for today. Of course I do. But yeah, I would like to see a little bit more fluctuation when it comes to that starting 11, because I think it has to happen. It has to happen for Leeds to be successful, in my opinion, because you're going to need that in a championship season. You're just going to need it because there's going to be injuries. There's going to be players who are out of form. You've got to think as well, you know, when it gets to a certain period where Leeds need to be grinding it out or need moments of class, where are we going to look? You know, where are we going to look to? And I think that's the key component, really, of this game. Now, as we've said, for you latecomers as well, the key players for me today are going to be Manor Solomon, and they're going to be Josh Brownhill. And the reason behind that is because I think Josh Brownhill, as we've sort of mentioned at the very beginning, he's going to have a little bit of a battle in there with, you know, Ethan Ampadu. And I think that's going to be interesting. Experience against youth. What Ethan doesn't want to get drawn into is too much of a battle where he's getting a little bit hot-headed. We've seen that throughout the season as well. In midfield, he gets involved a little bit more in the combative style of the game. But I think Brownhill is the classic box-to-box, you know, and I think he's very useful at this level. I think he's useful at Premier League level. I genuinely believe, like, bottom half Premier League, he could play. I think he's got a lot to his game. And now he brings some sort of 10, 11 years of Premier League experience as well. So Brownhill's a problem. Brownhill is going to be a problem in that midfield. I believe Hannibal's still in there. There's a couple of people who are saying, is Hannibal injured? But from what I've been sent through, he's in the lineup today for Burnley. But yeah, I think Manor Solomon, again, is probably going to be the key player. And it feels like he's going to be the key player most of the season. Now, you do wonder, within Manor's contract with Leeds United, if he has to play every single game. I would suggest that that's probably the case. Hence why maybe you've seen him come in above Ramazani, because obviously Ramazani plays off that left, but Ramazani got there before Solomon. And normally, you know, that would have indicated that he was going to play ahead of Solomon in the last game versus Hull City. That didn't happen. So I would suggest that maybe Manor's got it in his contract that he plays most games for Leeds United, of which I'm sure we've agreed to, and we should have agreed to, because he's a very good player, as we know. But yeah, it's going to be a fascinating game here, everyone. A really interesting game, and one of which I'm looking forward to. You know, I'm looking forward to. I think Leeds have got the capability here to kill Burnley, but I also think that Burnley have definitely got the capability to hurt Leeds, and it could go either way. It could go either way. It could be it's a very on the fence game for me. It could go 2-1 to them, 2-1 to us. It's just, and if you've not caught the match preview with Liam Vizza, I'm sure you guys are all aware of in terms of the YouTube capacity. I think he's got like 450,000 subs, but he's a big Burnley fan. Vizza was saying to us that, look, we don't know what we're expecting here, which I don't like that. I don't like that at all, because, look, yeah, Leeds could be battering them. We're very well aware of that. But it could also be a case of which they are looking very good as well. And maybe they're going to click today. I hope that's not going to be the case, but we'll have to wait and see. And look, it is what it is. We're going to have to wait and see what Burnley produce here. But I think they're of a very unknown quantity right now, Burnley. So, yeah, as I say, everyone, keep getting your comments in the section below. Brandon, my man. Not seen you for a while, my friend. Shout out to you. Had a bit of a break during the international break, haven't you, Brandon? Understandably. Long time no see. Hope you're good, pal. Come on, White. Come on, you Whites. Yes, Brandon, my man. Yeah, 100%, buddy. Let's hope we can get the victory today. And look, what did we see with Sheffield United last night? We saw a win, didn't we? Saw a win away at Hull City. I watched it and I feel like I'm just this massive Sheffield United hater. I am not. Like, I've lived in the place. They don't like Leeds at all. I will say that. So that was always from a defensive perspective. I was always very defensive of Leeds. But I was there I went to Sheffield when Leeds drew their 1-1 and Tongi scored that worldie under Neil Warnock. It's been a long time for me watching Leeds and Sheffield, the Sheffield clubs play each other. So yeah, it's not just the wilder days. I remember before that when they were in League One for a fair bit of time. But no, listen, I'm not a hater of Sheffield United at all. But I didn't watch them, and obviously Sheffield Wednesday. I probably dislike Sheffield Wednesday a little bit more, to be honest. I've got a little bit more of a niggle with them, to be honest, as you probably saw on the last couple of watch-alongs we've done. But yeah, with regards to Sheffield United, I'm really not bothered about them. It's just because they're a competitor, isn't it? And obviously you have a little bit of friendly rivalry and competitive rivalry, don't you, when it comes to these individuals who support those clubs. But yeah, they won last night, didn't they? 2-0. I wasn't massively impressed by them. I watched the game. It was very counter-attacks for the goals. And I honestly think we're better than them. I just think we're better than them as a team. I don't know if you guys thought any differently. Let me know in the comment section below. If some of you watched them, if some of you watched the game, I'm interested to see that. But I didn't watch it and think, oh wow, they're a real sort of problem here. I just thought, all right, they got that game won. Hull looked beyond average, and yeah, I didn't massively rate them. But let me know what you think in the comment section below, everyone. Do you agree with that? Do you disagree with that? Yeah, I'm interested to hear what you think. If Connor is confident that we can win, then that's good enough for me. Do you know what the thing is, John? It's a double-edged sword with me, mate. Sometimes I suggest that and people just go, oh, well, we're going to lose then. So I can't win. Michael says internationals, yes, some of ours have travelled a lot during the international Brendan Firpo. Hope there's no tiredness. And do you know what it is, mate, as well? With that, Michael, a lot of people actually don't realise that we don't have the best run. We don't have the best run when it comes to internationals. Yeah, shout out to you as well, Brandon, for the donation there, mate. But yeah, on the internationals, some have travelled a lot, and a lot of people don't seem to realise that Leeds don't have this great record when we're coming back off an international break. So hopefully that's not going to be the case today. But as I say, everyone, as I say on every single watch along as well, please make sure you're liking the video. Make sure you're checking out the bonus content as well. And we will be back for the instant match reaction, of which I know you guys enjoy. But yeah, get your thoughts in the comment section below, everyone. I've been yakking on for a while. Where are you watching it today anyway? Please let me know. If some of you Americans are watching it, I might have a service if I can, if you can give me it. I might have a service of which I can click on. But yeah, let me know where you guys are watching it today. I'm really interested to hear. I think it's on LUTV, isn't it? I think it's on LUTV. But yeah, we have to go through all these stupid streams all the time. It's Nick's watching it in Australia. Shout out to you, Nick. Have you got any specific streams, am I wrong? Martin's saying he's watching it in bed. Martin, what are you doing? Martin, what are you doing there? You've been on shift, lad. What's going on? Why are you in bed? It's bloody 12 o'clock. Get up, lad. Any truth about Harry Gray getting poached? Yeah, mate. Look, there will be something in that, mate. There will be something in that. And as we heard with the Angus interview, it's difficult for Leeds, isn't it? It's always going to be difficult. And someone asked me a little bit earlier on what I think of the Angus interview. I didn't mind it. I thought it was transparent, but it's very much, he's a salesman, isn't he? And that's what this is the guy who convinced me. I mentioned this yesterday. This is the guy who convinced me that essentially it was all Marcelo Bielsa's fault that we didn't get A, B, and C in when it came to recruitment, of which then I formed an opinion based on what the club were telling me. Slightly naive from my perspective, but what I would say is the results for Bielsa weren't going right on the pitch. We all know that. Do I think he needed to go at that time? I do. It's just we brought in the wrong person to replace him, the complete wrong person to replace him. But overall, the recruitment side of things was blamed on one person, wasn't it? It was like Bielsa didn't want certain people. Bielsa wanted specific individuals for his team, yada, 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 which we all know, of course. But how it was framed was a lot of it was Bielsa's fault, I thought. And then interesting, like the sort of next time he went on the square ball, he turned around and said, actually Bielsa essentially was holding everything together. So yeah, a bit of a salesman is Kinnear for me, and fair play to him for coming on. But I thought the square ball lads did a good job in terms of just sort of opposing those questions. But I don't fully trust Kinnear. Call me skeptical, but I don't fully trust him. Biscuit Bamford, watching from a rooftop in Athens. Travel from New Zealand, will be at Ellen Road for Sheffield United. Good man, Biscuit Bamford. Bloody hell. Nix is watching it on LUTV. Sunny Rochdale. Dave, where are you in Rochdale, lad? Watching from Manchester? No way. Hold on, have we got some Manx in here? We've got a few Manx. We've got a few Leeds Manx. I know a lot of your toes will curl at that, but there is more than you expect. I'll walk down my road. I don't care if I wear Leeds bits, by the way, because I'm a big, hard man. But I'll wear Leeds bits on the way down my road. And genuinely, there was a lad. What was his name? Was he Rob? I was sat on this bench. And I just got something from the co-op. And I was sat on this bench. Sunbeat, just getting the rays on a morning, do you know what I mean? Which is rare in Manchester. But these lads came down, pulled up in the van, turned round, and came just and sat on the bench with me. And they were like, all right, Connor, watch your channel, mate. And I was like, no way. And they were like, oh, yeah, there were Leeds lads. I think they're from Wakefield, but they were just doing a school on my road in terms of just the building work there. And I thought, bloody hell, but you do get a lot of it here, you know. You do. Leeds fans are everywhere. They genuinely are everywhere. And in Manchester, you'd actually be surprised. You'd actually be surprised. I was coming home on a flight, and I know Dave's in the building. I was coming home on a flight from Cologne, and there was an entire row of Manx. You know, they're all like, "Oh, dirty Leeds scum!" Oh. You know what I mean? Getting on the flight like this, rocking the shoulders, cuggles on. Do you know what I mean? Kevin and Perry sort of stuff. It genuinely is like that at some points. And dirty Leeds scum. And then on the end, there was genuinely this lad who were talking like that, ringing and stinging. And he was saying, mate, who's your support anyway? And I said, I'm a Leeds fan. And he went, so am I, mate. So am I. In Rochdale, I used to get beaten up as a lad. And I was like, no way. Like, yeah, mate, honestly, beat up all time for being a Leeds fan. I was like, this is mad. Season ticket holder from Manchester. Yeah, it was mad. Absolutely mad. But there were a lot of Manc Leeds fans. You'd be surprised. I think Lads to Leeds, the podcast, I'm sure they're from, or they live in Manchester. I'm sure of it. So there are a lot of them, honestly. So yeah, a lot of you foreign lads who've just been introduced to Leeds for the first time, that is what you call a Mancunian accent. And my partner is a Manc, and I bully her 24/7 about, she doesn't sound like that because I wouldn't be with her if she sounded like that. But she has these sort of, she has tendencies, Manc tendencies, like they say stinging, and it really riles me up. You know what I mean? Like, what do we say? Stinging, a hard N at the end, stinging. You know what I mean? Stinging. It just doesn't sound right, does it? Mad for it. That's it, John. Lots of us in Manchester. That's what I'm saying, Dave. That you are. It is everywhere. Yes, in Manc, outnumbered. Do you know what we need to do? We need to start up a little watch along, which I can do every weekend, and we can do it in here. We'll get glasses thrown at us. We'll get everything thrown at us. But so what? We'll stay together. We'll meet up in some Manc hellhole, which there's a lot of, and we'll just sit there in our Leeds tops. You guys don't know what it's like. Some of you are in Leeds. You don't understand how privileged you are. I'm telling you, when you walk down the street with this on or this on, I'm expecting to be shouted at. I'm not even kidding. So this is even more sort of like warrior-like. Walking anywhere in Manchester with Leeds garments on, which I do frequently, and I know you lot in Rochdale will do, or maybe you're a little bit more sensible than I am. But I'll stick the headphones in and just walk. They could be shouting abuse at me. I wouldn't know. But you, the ones who are living in Leeds, you're bloody privileged. Honestly. I'm Manx, but Leeds born and bred. Funny thing, next door, also a Leeds fan. He's even brought the new shirt. My best mate, Joe, massive season ticket holder in the arse end of Manchester. His next door neighbour is a huge Leeds fan. So, yeah, there we go. Chennai, India, there's a watch party featuring 2 Leeds fans. That's fantastic, Rajiv. That's absolutely fantastic news, mate. At the ground now, massive that Lyle Taylor is missing for Burnley. He is. We've not even touched on that Leeds United Calypso. Of course, that's why Zian Fleming's in. Big news. Big news. I didn't even touch on that. Look at Scotty Parker. Look at him. He fancies himself a lot, doesn't he, Parker? 7 a.m. Let's go. 3-1 lead. Shout out to Matt. Mancunian tendencies. Accents are such an interesting subject. Stephen says, how embarrassing must it be if you were born and bred in Leeds and supporters? Oh, it's disgusting, mate. Stephen, it's the worst thing, mate. I've not met many of them in my time. Where did I meet one of them? Family full of Leeds fans. I can't remember it. It might have even been someone who watches the channel. He had brothers and sisters, and one of them was a season ticket holder at Scum. Oh, my God. I mean, I grew up. My school was in Tadcaster, right? I grew up in Tadcaster. I went to Tadcaster Grammar School, right? So Tad's between York and Leeds, right? Still an LS postcode, but Tad is full of Leeds fans, right? But a lot of people from York and like the middling areas, like Cott, Bishopthorpe, Bilborough, Acaster Malbase, you'll all know those sort of areas. They'd got a Tad as well, right? And they all supported Man United. They all supported Liverpool. But we're hypocrites. We're absolute hypocrites because you've got Rajiv in the chat. You've got Matt in the chat. You've got all these fantastic fans who are from India, Canada, America, Australia, and they support Leeds. So I haven't got a leg to stand on there because I can't criticise if you're from these arse-end areas in Yorkshire and you're supporting Man United. But I think it just hits home a little bit more. It hits home a little bit more when you've got people who sound like that and they support Manchester United. It's like, what is going on? What is going on? But yeah, this family, all of them Leeds fans, season ticket holders at Leeds. And then you had this one scummer, and he bantered them all. It's like, what's gone wrong here? What has gone wrong? Anyway, I'll be back soon, mate, for the watch long. See you soon, Brandon. Leeds fans in Donegal. Do you know what? Leeds fans as well. Good lad to you, Miles. I love that about Southampton, mate. Leeds fans in Donegal. It's worse. I think it's worse in Ireland. It's worse in Ireland. There is so many. I mean, the 2 biggest clubs are obviously Scum and Liverpool. We know that. I mean, Liverpool is just like Dublin number 2, isn't it? We all know that. But it must be hard for the Irish Leeds lot. It must be. Because I think the Irish Manx give it way more. Do you know what I mean? Round here, they're a little bit like, no, you don't mean anything to us anymore. But I actually think in Ireland, Leeds are like probably... Would you guys who are Irish Leeds fans say that we're like top 5 clubs out there? I could be wrong. I'm probably thinking Celtic, not in any order, but Celtic, Man United, Liverpool, Arsenal. But you don't hear that many. You don't hear that many Arsenal Irish fans. Or maybe you do. Maybe I'm just out the loop. Spurs, I think, are quite big in Ireland. But Leeds, I feel, have got to be in the top 5. They've got to be in the top 5. I'm sure of it. But yeah. Yeah, you'll have to let me know. You'll have to let me know in the comments. Obviously, I don't live in Ireland, but yeah, I can just tell you where I'm from. There's a lot of hidden Leeds fans, which is good. Leeds fan from Watford, shout out to you, Ben. Scott Parker's just like Russell Martin. If there were chocolate, they'd eat them. So, oh, mate, we don't want another Russell Martin. But you are right. It's another bang average manager who loves possession football and fancies themselves. Although, little nugget, did you know that Russell Martin's off out with Lucy Pinder? If you know, you know. Demarcus Bartholomew James III is offering some merchandise swaps in the comment section. 1 mile away from Scum training ground. Oh, David, so you really are on enemy lines, mate. So where is the Scum training ground? It's not in Carrington anymore, is it? Or is it? Amanda says, watching from Ireland. Love it, Amanda. Come on, Leeds, march on together. Amanda, you let me know in the comment section where Leeds are ranking-wise in Ireland. What do you say? You'll definitely see Scum fans. You'll definitely see Liverpool fans. Are Leeds in that top 5? Obviously, it's Celtic as well, isn't it? I don't want to put the other Scottish club in there because I think a lot of like Republic... But we don't want to get into that. Let's not. Connor, stay away. Rangers maybe in there? Don't know. Maybe not. Look, let's not get into that political side of things. God. Remember what I said? Manor Solomon maybe we should avoid the signings. It might upset the Leeds fan base. And I got abused for that, for just saying it might upset the fan base. I don't want to get into Rangers Celtic chat. Jesus Christ. Texas Leeds says, I have a mate here in Texas who's a Scum fan, and he's just depressed all the time because he hates the club. Doesn't even banter with me anymore. Yeah, they've gone quiet, mate. They've gone quiet. Back in the day, when I was growing up, they were champions, league winners. They were they were everywhere. And all the Scum fans, they were unbearable. Like, so if you ever get Scum fans in and around it, just give them a bit of crack as well. And they'll say to you they don't care about Leeds anymore, but they'll go to the European away days and sing about us every single week. We all hate Leeds Scum. They've even got a Scum. I think they even started the "We all hate Leeds Scum" thing, because they've got this thing and it's like, wait Liverpool, wait City, blah, 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 blah. And then it all ends. It's an actual tune. It ends with "We all hate Leeds Scum." And I will get a message from my best mate's dad every time Leeds lose. So look, they might say that they don't care about us, but they frigging sing about us and talk about us and abuse us a lot. So I disagree. Watching from Charlie, come on. We're going to call this Peter Maritzburg. Good? Is that good? In South Africa, visiting family, mostly scam and bull supporters here. A few Chelsea and Spurs. There used to be many, many Leeds fans here in the 60s and 70s. What do you reckon, Charlie? Was that any good? Or don't think more South African accent is as polished as more Irish accent, but I think it is quite good. But yeah, mate, shout out to you. Visiting family in South Africa. That must be amazing. Always living rent-free. 100%, mate. There'll be a couple. There's always a couple here anyway. Liam says, Leeds are top 5, Connor. Yeah, man. Definitely top 5. It's in Urmston. Yes, Carrington. There you go, mate. It's a generational thing. Those growing up in the 70s and 90s. Watching from South Milford, Connor. Shout out to you, Joe. From Manhattan Island to Robin Hood's Bay, watching along Connor all the way. Shout out to you, John. As always, my friend. I'm in a small town in the west of Ireland. Loads of Leeds fans in this town. Lots of scum too. Do you know what I was thinking as well? I was thinking of actually heading over to Galway. I keep mentioning this, but I actually really want to go to Galway. I want to go to Cork. Where else do I want to go? Derry. I'd like to go to Derry, but I think Galway is going to be... When I get to Ireland, which will happen, Belfast's probably going to be first, because Belfast's really easy to get to and cheap. But Galway is expensive. It's expensive. You probably wouldn't think it's expensive, but it is. Hey, Steve, look at this. Good lad. Steve MCFC, City fan here from Leeds. Hate scum as much as you do. City fan from Leeds. Steve. City fan from Leeds. Steve, how old are you? That I'll cast my judgment, but it'll depend how old you are, mate. Depend how old you are, my friend. But yeah, mate. Thing is, mate, I'm all right with you, man. I'm all right. I don't mind City. Although I've got one of my other best mates, a City fan, right? And he gives me stick about Leeds a lot. I said, look, mate, when I was growing up, when we were growing up, because he's my age, I remember Leeds going down a main road and slapping City 5-2. Jason Wilcox, Lee Bowyer, Harry Kewell, all on the score sheet. I think Bowyer got 2, smashing up City. And it was when they'd come up, like Edge Hill and One Chop and all that sort of stuff. And I think it was Walker in net as well, wasn't it? Like City got slapped up. And Leeds were just, we go to City, get on main road, and it'd be easy. Do you know what I mean? It'd be easy back in that early 2000s. Oh, man, how things have changed. I'm a nostalgia merchant because that's all I can be as a Leeds fan. 26, mate. You're all right then, Steve. You're all right. Hi, Connor. Listening in Hurghada, Egypt on me jollies. Hoping for 3 points today. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to you. Ireland as a whole is a rip-off, mate, but Galway's a good spot. Yeah, I'm tempted by Galway. My cousin went and saw Fatboy Slim in Galway about a week ago, and he's telling me how great it is. Listening from Morocco, Leeds. Yeah, guys, so we're really close to kickoff. Hold on a sec. I'm just going to go for a quick Waz. I'll be 2 seconds. don't know why on here I look quite like red-faced. Maybe it's just the I don't know why. Like I looked at the camera on my phone and I was like, I'm not this red-faced. I don't know why this is coming up as red. Might just be my laptop. Random question, but does anyone know why the LUT match pass isn't working? Mine's working, mate. It's not too bad at the minute. Nepal is quite nice at this time of the year, apparently. Paul says, I've flown all over the world, and the scariest flight I ever had was from LBA, Leeds Bradford, to Galway. They call it Vomit Comet. Shut together. Yeah, I don't know, mate. I've never been to Galway. I've never been to. I'm really basic when it comes to, like, I'm not basic when it comes to traveling, but I was an idiot when I went to Australia. Idiot. Like, I lived in Sydney for 6 months and I lived in Melbourne for 6 months and I didn't do anything else. I'm an idiot. Absolute idiot. Didn't do Adelaide, didn't do Brisbane, didn't do Fraser Island, didn't do the Whit Sundays, didn't do anything. Cairns, I didn't do the classic travel. I thought, I'll live and work. I'll live and work in Melbourne and Sydney. Such a bad idea. And it is expensive over there. Although Australia, amazing coffee. Fantastic coffee. Best coffee I've ever had. Coffee around here is tripe. But yeah, man, I loved Australia. But yeah, I kind of want a bit of a map of what to do on this channel. But I am, as I say, we are traveling, everyone. First port of call, and it's an ambitious one. Miami, America, and Tampa. So I'm excited for that, and that should be coming in November. So we're going to be doing like a watch along. We're going to be doing like vlogs out there. Anything else you guys want to see, and if you want to come over, make sure you do so. Sort of quite a big announcement, I think, coming on the channel soon. So yeah. On top of that, yeah, I want to visit Ireland. I want to do Scandinavia as well. All these bits are just bits that I can't really necessarily afford right now, but I'm thinking to myself, if I can build the channel and then just, use the revenue from the channel to invest in these trips, like, I think then that's the aim anyway. I just think, that's just a bit of a niche. And you guys, I think it's because I've traveled that I know how committed everyone is. And it annoys me a little bit that people in these countries don't really have a voice. And I want them to have a voice. Australia would be amazing, but you guys, are very, very far away from anything normal. As I said, like, people message me all the time saying, look, Connor, we'd like to meet you at Ellen Road from Oz and New Zealand and stuff. And I'd love to do that. But actually heading on over there is difficult. It's difficult, obviously, with it being so far away. Imagine convincing the missus. Right. What's going to happen is I'm going to go to Australia for 2 weeks. And then we're not going to get a holiday anywhere. I don't think that would go down well. And if any of you have partners, that would go down badly. I never realized this with being outside a relationship, but you kind of have to be a little bit more selfless when you're in one. And I always thought about myself quite considerably. So there we go. Hair looking good, Con. Chris, thank you, my friend. Really appreciate that. Are we looking red, everyone here? Is it Sunday? I feel like I've come back and it's all red. Is it, or is it okay? Are we looking okay? I'm genuinely not red at all. I've just been in the mirror and I'm not red. But yeah, I don't know why. Maybe it's because I'm just a bit far away. I'm not sure. It's all right. Looking okay. Yeah, man. Hair looking good. I feel like it's the brown's coming through a little bit more now. The brown's coming through a little bit more. So I'm looking a little bit, it's looking a little bit more natural. But I like it, guys. I'm digging it, have to say. And I know you guys were a bit surprised at the start, but do you think it's better in the quiff? Let me know. Do you think it's better in the quiff, or do you think it's better on my face? I feel when it's on my face, I do look a little bit like Ellen DeGeneres, but the missus prefers it on my face, She prefers the fringe, but I prefer it up. Also, Leeds' new training gear is nice, It is very nice. They look like a bunch of hipsters. I'm a big fan of it, but everything's sold out, which is slightly annoying. No, I haven't been on holiday. This is annoying me. Do I look really red? God. One Leeds Christmas party this year. We'll do it, man. We'll do it. We'll do it somewhere. Oh, out daft. Legend. I don't know if this means this is probably because I've had bad hairstyles. But you know what? I've had a lot of hairstyles on this channel. I've had it long. I do you remember the Grealish, everyone? For some of you OGs, I've had the Grealish. I've had it buzz cut. I've had the brownie quiff, which I've got now. What else have I had? Fade. Real skin fades, like skin fades with it long on top. I've had a lot of hairstyles on this channel. I just get bored. Quite easily. not going to HQ in Santa Clara, California. Desert Tune, shout out to you, mate. Newcastle fan, presumably. I'll be getting in contact with them and telling them that I'm going out to Miami, but there is a little convention that I've been invited to in Miami, which is pretty cool, which I'm going to head on out to. The Cropper is the way forward. Definitely top 5 in Ireland. Scunpool, Celtic, Leeds, and Chelsea. Interesting. Upbroach, Helen is a good shout. You look like Danny Olmo with it down. Well, okay, not too bad. Not too bad. I like that you read my name right. Genuine Yorkshireman. Out Daft UK, of course, mate. Of course. Will Farrell at Ellen Road today. Hair looks sick, by the way. Tom, God, you're all... Hey, this is nice. Normally, I'm getting abused. Maybe that's just Twitter. Abused. One lad came back to me. I think he's called Jake, LUFC 1919. He said, what did he say? The guy's, he looks like a right twat with the hair and he dyes his eyebrows. Now, I've never dyed my eyebrows in my life. I think it is just, I don't know. It's like now I'm looking at my face. It's looking exceedingly red. So maybe there's just a bit of a contrast. But no, I've never done that in my life, Jake. But thank you for the comment. So I do get a lot of shit with it on Twitter. But there you go. Dumb and dumb here. Okay, so it looks like we're nearly about to start. Do you know what, everyone? Are you getting the impression as well? Look, I've got the shirt. Is the yellow shirt looking a bit tacky all of a sudden? I don't know, you know. I don't know. Does the yellow shirt look a bit tacky all of a sudden? Let me know what you think in the comment section below. I don't know what it is. Like, I've seen some. Look at this shirt, right? This shirt is better than the new Smiley shirt, innit? Wait. Right, so that one, don't know why it's like inside out. So I'll use this obviously for away days, but that one, it's nice, but I think it's a little bit tacky. I don't know. It looks a bit tacky. But then you got this beauty, and obviously, you know, we've got the Strongbow one, people. But look at that. It's just well nice, isn't it? It's so much nicer. Less tacky. I don't know. I just love that shirt. Absolutely love it. I don't know. Maybe it's because the smiley's just a bit big. I'm not sure. But anyway, we're back on the game. Well, that was nice. Wasn't it? A little bit of chit chat. And now it's got to get serious. Now we're getting into the game with LUFC. The old yellow Strongbow shirt is a goat for me. Yeah, I've just seen it on screen, mate. I don't know where it's. I don't know. Where's mine? Where is mine? Where is mine? If she's moved it. But mine's got Fowler on the back, but she put it in the wash on a high degree. I think it was on 40 degrees, and Fowler 27's gone off the back. Fowler 27 has gone off the back. It's the reason I bought it. I bought that classic football shirts for 150 quid again, which I don't have. And I went into my overdraft for that, and Fowler 27's gone off the back. It's so annoying. I like the yellow shirt, but the badge is a bit tacky. Yeah, my old man is obsessed with that. You see even on the retro shirt, you know, the retro tracksuit, it looks smaller, doesn't it? The emblem look. Don't know what I'm doing that side, but the emblem looks smaller. So yeah, I think when it's looking that big, it is a bit annoying. Could Burnley sell all the tickets? Looks like they kind of have done. Long and Short says, watched Al Tanaka playing during the international break, dominated the midfield. Looks good, man. Looks good, doesn't he? But shout out to all of you guys in the building. It's been a bit of a slow international break when it comes to content. I know you guys have veered off a little bit because some of you go away, don't you? I get that. And you're not really bothered about content during the international break. So we're back here anyway with the Leeds United stream. So I hope you guys enjoy it anyway. That's why I do it. But yeah, let's go for the lineup. You guys will be seeing it right now. But this is what we're going for today. And this is what's coming on screen at the minute. Obviously, Melee, Bogle, Strout, Rodon, Firpo, Gruev, Ampadu, Mano Solomon, Brendan Harrison. In that 10, maybe, Willie Notno and Joseph. Obviously, they've got Zian Fleming ahead of... Zian Fleming is ahead of the injured Lyle Foster, Rodriguez, Sarmiento, Egan, Josh Cullen, Masengo, Egan Riley, Kledaki on the bench. Not a bad bench. But yeah, we're going to get going, baby. But yeah, I know you guys, look, this is how we work on the watch-alongs. Welcome. If you want to get involved and you want to set your timers up with what I do on these things is set my timer. You guys match it up. And if you're interested in my commentary, which I know a lot of you really enjoy for some reason, you can match it up. But shout out to all of you who are in the building for this One Leeds Watch Along. Over 1,000 of you, 1,200 of you on all platforms. Shout out to all of you. And yeah, let's get into it. And as I say, just match yourselves up. Is this on Sky? It's on Red Button, mate. I prefer the badge we had most through the 90s. Yeah, I do prefer the badge. You know, like this badge. This is my favourite badge, but this is like the Yorkshire Rose one, which is on my Asics top. I don't know where the hell that is. But on my Asics top, the Yorkshire Rose one's nice. Don't get me wrong, but I didn't grow up with it. Do you know what I mean? I didn't grow up with it. It was like mid-90s, wasn't it? Like, obviously, I think the Crest one came in like 1999, I think. And that's my early memories. You know, like Jimmy Floyd, Hasselbank, Clive Wynald, Alfie Haaland, David Hopkins, early Gary Kelly. Oh, can himself. Early Gary Kelly, etc., etc. Do you know what I mean? So that's sort of like the earliest I can remember, really. Who was the other one we had? We had Hurling, Alfie Haaland, and there was another Gunnar Halley. I'm quite good with the this is what I mean. Like, I've been asked to go on quiz shows, right? I think it's Joe Blackburn's asked me to go on a quiz show. I need to get back to him, to be fair. I'm rubbish with messaging back, but he's asked me to go on a quiz show. But like, Sol Bamba's been RIP Sol now. So sad that. But yeah, I've been asked to go on a quiz show, but there's certain things which I'll be good at and certain things which I'll be bad at. Like, mid-noughties is my time. Do you know what I mean? Like, so I'd be really good at those quizzes. So I need to figure that one out. Right, everyone, you want to get matched up? Okay. That's definitely not where we are. Are you ready? So this is where I'm going to be, everybody. So let me know. We're not on 35 minutes, don't worry. But we are setting sail very soon. Matt J, good man. Hello, my friend. Win today, says Matt. Definitely my man. But yeah, guys, slap a like on the video. And here we go. We're live. Okay, people. So make sure you set your timers. We're live on the One Leeds Watch Along. We're back after the international break. That pile of you-know-what, and Leeds are in possession. Bloody beautiful stuff. How are we all doing? Hello, everyone who's just joining for the Watch Along. Let's go, Leeds. Come on. Ilan Mele boots the ball out of play, and we're back, baby. Welcome back, everybody. It's build up from the back with Ilan Mele under a bit of pressure, and he boots the ball out of play. Booyah! We're back with the One Leeds Watch Along, and it wouldn't be a One Leeds Watch Along without an Ilan Mele booting it into the... Oh, but Matteo Joseph's got it! Go on, Matteo! Go on, Joseph! He's through on goal! Oh, he's missed Matteo Joseph! Oh, Matteo Joseph! Oh, Matteo, that was it! He's through on goal, he's got to score! Oh, Bashir Humphreys with an awful ball, and then immediately... Joseph intercepts the centre-back. He intercepts a Steve, and he's 1 versus 1. Gets caught up, and he's got it all wrong. He opens his body up too much, and the man in hot form had to score. He had to score. It's the miss of the season. You will not get an easier chance. Oh, could Leeds rue that chance? Matteo Joseph out of nowhere. Out of nowhere. He's missed it. Oh, man. Good start from Leeds anyway. Oh, dearie me. What an opportunity. It looks like Nonto's on the right here as the ball, but Leeds should be 1-0 up. Massive chance inside. It'd have been the quickest goal of the season. It would have been the quickest goal of the season. Oh, man. And, God, it's once again these chances with Leeds United. We have too many chances, don't we? We have too many chances per game. What an opportunity. Anyway, Burnley are pressing high, which is never a good sign for Ilan Mele, as we saw literally 10 seconds into the game. Oh, and Rodon's been caught. Rodon's been caught in possession with a... Okay, so this is mental. What a ridiculous start. Burnley are pressing very high with Hannibal and Koleosho. Something to keep an eye on there. Zian Fleming's getting involved as well. They press very, very high there. Zian Fleming, awful from Joe Rodon, dispossessed and a ball played in, and Hannibal heads it just not just wide, about a yard wide, but 2 opportunities there, 1 for each team. Very equal, and already you can see the intensity. And if Burnley won a free kick, no, Leeds have won a free kick. I think it's Koleosho. Is Koleosho on Firpo's side? I think he is. They're pressing high, people. They are pressing high, Burnley. So this is I like this. It's a test for Leeds, a real test for Leeds United, because this is a Burnley side who are not going to give us an inch. Hannibal is pressing already. It's Hannibal who's pressing the furthest forward, and he's got bags full of energy, hasn't he? So, yeah, the game just needs... Oh, what a chance for Joseph. I can't believe it. And do you know what? I wasn't convinced. He didn't look quick on the ball. He was getting caught up, wasn't he? Pascal, anyway. Oh, what a chance for Leeds United. 3 minutes in. Hannibal's pressing so high. I keep saying this, but it's every touch. Anyway, Leeds are going to have to be careful with this, the accuracy of the passing here, because we're just going to get dispossessed, as we have done now, and Burnley play it out well, and Leeds then intercept it. It's going to be won and lost in the midfield, this one, people. Firpo wins it. Firpo again. Nonso. Good ball. Jaden Bogle, wide right. Got to be a good delivery here, Jaden. Shit, Jaden. Really bad pass. He's given Nonso no frigging chance. That's crap from Jaden Bogle. He's given us no chance there. Oh, man. What a chance. What an opportunity. Yeah, too much time. I think the commentator's right there. Maybe he had too much time, Joseph. Ball hoof forward. Rodon wins it. Bashir Humphreys. Strauch. Joseph does... Ref! It's Worrell against Joseph, this. That should have been a free kick to Leeds, that. But old man Worrell. What I want to see is Leeds press high. Burnley are pressing quite effectively. I want to see Leeds... If they're playing out from the back, which they will do, I want to see Leeds press high. Trafford's trying to look for angles here. Go on, press. It's where Aronson needs to do what Hannibal's doing. Joe Rodon's had a shocker, everyone. He's got to beat Zian Fleming there. Zian Fleming chests it off. And now it's Koleosho. Brilliant defending. Brilliant defending from Junior Firpo there. Excellent. Excellent 1v1 defending. Manor Solomon now dribbles with it. Does well. Really good football by Manor Solomon. Got us out of a tricky situation. Burnley looking dangerous, everyone, though, when they're coming forward. Leeds have got to be strong in defence, but it's a good start to the game. It's a good game for the neutral. Junior Firpo loses out. It's a real battle on that side. Bloody hell. And Strout with a poor ball. Nonto wins it back. Scrappy as this game. Really scrappy. Ampadu goes all the way back for no reason. Didn't need to do that. Anyway, Melee out to Strouk. Grev, who seems to be dropping into a left-back position here, so Firpo can go a little bit further forward. Aronson. 50-50 so far. It's a good game, as I keep saying, for the neutral, this. Rodon's looked shaky. Have to say, Rodon's looked probably the shakiest so far. Leeds with a glaring opportunity inside 30 seconds, which in games like this change it, you know, change the whole game. Grev's constantly looking back, which gives the opposition encouragement to press. He's got to start looking forward a little bit more. It's all right disguising it with a little shimmy and then going back constantly, but there's opportunities there. Grev had the ball in the attacking third and he looked to go back to Strouk again. This is what I'm talking about. I know you guys think I'm heavily criticising, but I'm really not. And Leeds stopped to clap. I think it's Sol Bamber, I think. It's Bob, sorry. It's Bob, the little lad who unfortunately died this week. So Leeds come to a standstill. Michael says that Joseph miss, if that was Bamford, he would be pleaded. I don't know what that means, Michael, though. I don't know what that means. Patrick Bamford missed a penalty against Newcastle, which potentially could have kept Leeds United in the Premier League. Patrick Bamford missed a sitter against Leicester, which could have kept us in the Premier League. I don't understand why people keep comparing Bamford and Joseph. Joseph's a miles better player. It's just a weird thing to do, in my opinion. Great football by Leeds. Brendan Aronson plays the ball out wide. Junior Firpo now. He's cut back, man. Koleosho's done really well there. But Leeds keep it. Gruev. The real defensive rear guard here. Mano Solomon. Solomon, bit of space. Should have got his shot off, but he's closed the angle. Nonso. Aronson. Leeds can't get through. Oh, Firpo. Oh, he's gone back. Stop going back. Gruev, good effort, saved. But Firpo just keeps going back. And Firpo's got yards. This is a mad game, everybody. He's got yards ahead of him and he keeps cutting back into that central space, which narrows the angle. Jaden Anthony, anyway. Watching you from Patnam, Tanai. Hanai? Shout out to you, Hugh. Hugh, who actually gave me a bit of grief for saying he who should not be named in terms of Bamford. It's more of just a light-hearted thing, mate. Burnley trying to play their way out from the back here. Bashir Humphries looks good. Looks good. Come on, Leeds. We're sitting back a little bit with that press. I don't understand why we do that. And then for some reason, Koleosho's got 5 yards of space. I don't understand that. Cutting inside. Zian Fleming, good tackle. And we're open. We're really open here, even though we're sitting deep. And come on, Leeds. I have to say, a little bit of possession play there from Burnley, and we're sitting back. But what I don't understand about this is we're sitting back into a defensive block, but then we still look really open out wide. I don't really understand that. Strout. Roll on. So it's 50-50 so far. Bogle. Ball down the line, cut out, Leeds throw. I don't like Nonso on that side. I don't like him on that side. I'd just much rather him be central. Just dictates the game more there, you know? I just think, why do we always go back to Meslier? Just be brave. Oh, my God. So frustrating. We give it to Meslier. Meslier, he invariably just hits the centre-backs or just kicks it to Burnley's defenders. Leeds have the ball anyway. It does seem like Gruev's really picking up that left-back spot. And Mano Solomon made the run. He's offside. He's offside. But that's all Gruev not making the ball quicker. Gruev, literally, Mano Solomon's made the run. Mano Solomon has made the run. He's got past the defender. You can see it here, especially on the TV. And Gruev doesn't play the ball, so he plays it to Firpo. But then Solomon's in that position when Firpo plays the ball, so he's offside because Burnley have stepped up. Play the ball earlier. Play that ball earlier. You know what I mean? Ten minutes in. 0-0. I did well there, Firpo. It's had a good start, Firpo. Ampadu in central space to Nonso. But now Nonso and Aronson are in the same position. Strout. Mano Solomon here against Bashir Humphries. Cuts inside, as I think we're going to see a lot with Solomon. Gruev. Rodon. Leeds enjoying a bit of possession here. Solomon. A bit of space for himself. Stopped by Koleosho, who looks dangerous. Leeds corner. Looks extremely quick, does Koleosho. But Firpo's matched him so far. I thought he'd be on the other side, to be honest, but look all right, Burnley, though. Like, I know we look decent. We look decent, but I didn't know what to expect from Burnley, to be honest. They could have been terrible, or they could have been decent. Gruev on the corner anyway. Good ball in. Won by Joseph, but blocked. Ampadu. Kicks the ball out of play. Ampadu, you've got so much time there, fella. So much time. Kicks the ball out of play. Still 0-0. Yeah, it feels very 50-50 at the minute, people. Scott Barker there. Trying to impress everyone. Thrown out. Okay, good throw. And Jaden Anthony, first time he's got on the ball here, running at Jaden Bogle. Jaden versus Jaden. Cuts inside. Ball over the top's a good ball. Jaden Firpo's on the floor. Cully Osho plays the ball in. Headed down by Zion Fleming. Save. But they're looking dangerous wide right. Wide right, they're looking dangerous, I have to say. Cully Osho's looking good. Looking quick. It's a good ball in. Zion Fleming. Easy to manage, but yeah, something to keep an eye on. Strouk, Rodon, Ampadu. Firpo. Got to win these 50-50s. I think this is where I'm a little bit worried with Leeds. Just not worried as such, but some of the 50-50s, because it's very tight, it's very compact. The 50-50s in and around those areas need to be won by Leeds United. Aronson's not in the game at all. He's not in the game at all. He's barely touched the ball. It needs to, his movement's got to be a little bit better in and around those pockets. He's coming towards the ball, which isn't helping. Solomon's done it there in the pocket. Really well done. Solomon, lovely ball. Really nicely weighted. Jaden Bogle on that right-hand side now. Can he be a bit more effective here? Gives it back to Ampadu. Ball in. Nah, Joseph, head that back over. Yeah, Joseph, bit of a, I don't know, he's getting in the areas a little bit, but he's looking, I don't know, the youthfulness is coming through a little bit with Joseph here. The ball's just been floated into the box there. Couldn't really do anything with that header apart from head it back across goal, I felt, towards a Leeds man, but he's gone for goal there. He's gone for goal there, which has been saved pretty comfortably. Or has been, went over the bar, I should say. But Solomon's looking Leeds is the most dangerous player at this moment in time. We're not really getting Nonto into the game. Jaden Bogle heads the ball centrally. It's been picked up. And Rodon was out of position there. So let me just summarize that for you. I don't know how that was so easy. They win the ball in the midfield. There's no one close to Josh Laurent, and he puts the ball, he splits the defenders in half. Joe Rodon is miles out of position, and she's shouting at everyone, but it is Rodon. And he seems to pull Fleming back a little bit there. Fleming takes a weak effort on goal. Joe Rodon's looking lax at the minute. Really, really lax. Anyway, so saved, but that was a really good opportunity there. One pass and they were in, which was slightly worrying. Firpo needs to look down the line a bit more. We're looking too much inside, and it's compact there for Burnley. It's compact. They're making it compact. We need to look out wide a little bit more. Firpo, first touch is always inside. Needs to open his body out a little bit on that left-hand side for me. Ampadu playing that ball forward. Gruev. Solomon. Aronson. Solomon. Firpo. Gruev. Nah. Oh, come on, Aronson, get up, man. Aronson was just clattered there, but come on, Brendan, get up. I mean, he's just hit him there. He's hit him, but it's life, isn't it? Come on, Brendan. Needs to get in the game a bit more, Brendan Aronson. Aronson. Give it. Wins a corner. Well done, Aronson. Much better. Wins a corner off Josh Laurent. Right, come on, Leeds. Let's put this ball in. Joe Rodon, can we win a header, my friend? Can we win a header? Joe Rodon, how about it? Can I see Mr. Rodon win a header? guys. We're just going to have to rejig this timer a bit. Apologies. It's very, very frustrating when this happens. It's gone again. Yep, it's gone again. I think the stream has gone, which is helpful. Very irritating. Bear with me, guys. Bear with. It's all right because we can get Watford Stoke. Anyone want to watch Watford Stoke? Terrible. Mansfield Cambridge, anyone? Oh dear. It's a problem with Leeds, and everyone watches it. Northampton Wickham. Funniest thing, more people are coming in live now, so either we've scored or someone wants to watch Wimbledon versus MK Dons. My God. Bear with people. You fucking kidding me? Fucking kidding me, man. I don't know what's happened, but I've missed the goal. I've missed the goal because my stream was a prick. Fuck. And what's happened? We're 1-0 down. Great. 1-0 down. Didn't even see it. Well, someone tell me what happened because I didn't see it. Probably a good thing I didn't see it. Don't know what's happened. Guys, let me know. That's why we need to score earlier. That's why we need to score earlier, but I'm going to have to redo the frigging timer. Oh, fucking hell, Leeds. Classic Leeds. Best chance of the game. Solomon cuts inside. All we're doing is inside. We're not doing anything. We've got no focal point at the minute. They're just dragging us inside. They're dragging us inside every single time. We just force back. We need to utilize the width. I don't even know what's happened with the goal, but can we produce something out wide? Solomon. Shoot someone. Jesus, it's too much centrally. It's too much centrally. We need to start cultivating something out wide a little bit. Whilst I'm trying to sort this frigging timer out and we're 1-0 down. Oh, it's interrupted. They're on the attack again. And why do we look so open every time? Sorry, guys. I'm having to do this. I haven't got a clue what's going on. I don't know what the score line is. It's doing my absolute nutting. I know, honestly, the streams with this thing are terrible. So I apologize profusely for this. Why are we 1-0 down? Right, there. This is where we're at. Where we're at. I've not seen the goal. Don't know what's going on. I've just got a text from KG, which is essentially, is it Melié's fault? Is this Melié's fault? Yeah, everyone's stream went. What happened? Everything's too central. They've packed out that central space, and we're not utilizing anything out wide. It's slow. That's better. Aronson. It's just yeah, that they are organised. That Anonto. Sitter. We're missing sitters. Two massive chances for Leeds. Massive. Huge chances. It looks like Burnley have just had the one. Great ball. Coleo shows. Zian Fleming wins it. Jaden Anthony. Just wide. Well, that's it, 4 or 5 yards wide. I wonder if we're actually going to take an opportunity in this game. I think our whole issue right now, is when they counterattack on us, everybody, and I'm sure you'll all agree with this. When they counterattack, we look so vulnerable, and that's from the bits. I've not even seen the goal because everyone's frigging stream went at the same time. But I'm getting told it's Melier. Is it Melier again? Is it him again? If it's him again, I just can't be arsed with the guy. Bin him off. I don't know if it's him, but I have to say that. But every time they get a counter-attack, we're vulnerable. So they're packing out the midfield. How many times do we see this? Every single season. We dominate the ball. We miss chances. We're slow. Everything's central, and they're packing out that central space. Everything's in that middle. Verpo. Solomon's playing well. He's had a good start. Inside. Everything is inside. We're not getting isolated situations. Bogle's cutting inside. Verpo's cutting inside. Solomon's cutting inside. Everyone's cutting inside, which is what Burnley want. They want it inside. Verpo. Oh, fucking hell. Can we do something quick? Everything's blocked. Is this just going to be what the game's going to be? Block. Lead central. It's got to be quicker. Verpo, back again. Strauch's probably going to go back to Melier. Better, quicker. Gruev. Verpo now to Solomon. Takes a touch, goes inside. Burnley regroup. No space. And we've just batting their keeper's ball. It's frustrating, this. Really frustrating. And we're only 25 minutes in, but we know Daniel Farke doesn't adapt to things like this. So we're going to continuously see this. So Leeds have got to just we're playing more central with these three players. But the problem is, if you pack out that space, there's no space to work in. And that's what we're finding right now. It's very, very demoralizing, this. Solomon mistake. But yeah, it's very, very similar to what we saw last season at points. It's just very predictable. It's very, very predictable. It's got to be quicker. They've got to be braver on the ball. I can't believe we're 1-0 down. That chance inside 15 seconds. He's got to score. And then from what people are saying, Solomon's been robbed in his own half. And Burnley have scored. But we look, when they're on the counter-attack, we look vulnerable. We look really vulnerable. And when we're dominating the ball like we are doing now, we don't look dangerous. Burnley have actually had more shots on target than we have. Need a goal quickly, though. It's frustrating, this. It's just going to be them sitting back and just counter-attacking. I mean, that's all they've done to start with, to be honest. I need to see this goal. Oh, we're offside again. I think we've been offside 4 times in about 5 minutes. It's slow. CMed, I don't know what you're on about, you weirdo. Go to another stream. Yeah, such a weirdo.
Not back in the team with you, Johan. I'm 4 years old.
Firpo, I need to see this goal. Oh, right, Nonto. A lovely ball. Just a bit behind play, Bogle. We're in their area now. It's the same thing, man. And the play slows again. And Burnley regroup. Aronson. It's just not coming, is it? Damn. Gruev. And Purdue. Gruev, they're just sitting back, and we're just going to have to work our way through. They've got 11 men behind the ball. So this is similar settings, isn't it? This is what Leeds have got to work through, but we need 2 goals now, don't we? 2 goals. Aronson. But it's got to be quicker. You know, to create these spaces, it's got to be quicker. And if you're pedestrian and you're not creating space by moving the ball quickly, then the game's just going to be as it is. You know, is Solomon offside again? He's fucking offside again. Stay onside! Embarrassing. Stay onside. You might be a top player, but you've been caught offside 3 times when you're looking across the line. Basics. Looked across the line, Manor. Break. It's so easy for Burnley if you're just stood in an offside position. 3 times he's been caught in an offside position. Jesus Christ. Callum, he might be asking for it quicker, mate, but he's got to position himself in a way of which, if it doesn't come off for him immediately, he's not offside. He's got to at least come back with the play. Go forward to come back. It doesn't matter. Like, if the player can't make it, if it's a congested area, he's got to cut back. Watch the line. You'd rather have to run a yard than be offside, 100%, especially when you're 1-0 down. 4 offsides. Got to start being a bit more careful there. You know, you're getting yourself into really good areas and then someone's offside. It's completely demoralising. Got to press higher, Leeds here. Burnley are happy just having it at the back. So they've gone out of play, ref. Come on, Leeds, for Christ's sake, man. They're definitely the best team we've played. You can tell they're definitely the best team we've played, 100%. And they've got injuries, which is frustrating. Bogle's having a shocker. He's having an absolute shocker. They've been dispossessed because of a crap Bogle ball. We look so vulnerable on the counter-attack. Anthony, it's a good block. Guys, they're going to get 2 or 3 here, I'm telling you. We look shot on the counter-attack. We're building up in a 3-1-6, but any time, they're just leaving 3 men forward. Zian Fleming is running the show, and they're getting runners. Hannibal's a runner. Brownhill's a runner. All 3 of them are bombing on forward. They're packing that box. Packing the box. And Anthony, it's blocked by Rodon. The opening goal changes the game. I can't help coming back to that. I can't help coming back to that. And you know I love Joseph, but he's got to score. Got to score. Nonto, got to score. Big opportunity. 1 versus 1. Corner. Burnley. Burnley win it. Joe Worrell wins it, and it's a goal kick. Burnley on top, I'd say. Say Burnley on top. Yeah, it's quiet. It's quiet. Yeah, I'd say Burnley are controlling it right now. I would, because Leeds nothing's changing in our build-up. Burnley are pressing high and they're pressing effectively for me. Tell you what, Bashir Humphreys looks good. The right back. I think he looks good for them. Obviously, the lad that we were interested in. Bogle looks really poor as a comparative. They're pressing relentlessly. Hannibal, Zian Fleming, Brownhill, Jaden Anthony. Space now though, because they're pressing high. If you move the ball quick, you're gonna kill them because there's space. But they've got to be effective. Manor Solomon against Humphreys here. Ball in. Bogle's just off balance. I don't know. He's just not really, it's Solomon, isn't it? And it feels very much like we'd see with Somerville in the big games. It's Solomon FC at the minute. Give the ball to Solomon, see what he can do. Bogle just on the back post. He's got time to really, what is that? He's got time to really readjust his body, and it's a yellow card for Junior Firpo. It's a yellow card, yeah. It's a blatant yellow card. Gets done by Koleosho. Is that the keeper? Again, we can't see how bad these streams are. But I don't know if... he's looking at Elan Melee. He's gesturing there at Melee. What's happened here? No, I don't know who he's looking at. The goalkeeper. Firpo's completely out of position. You don't know where Koleosho is. It's a yellow card. Leeds are flapping. There's nowhere else of putting it. But yeah, they're. Guys, look, when we've been realistic, when we play them at Turf Moor as well, they're going to have the players like Bayer back. You know what I mean? The centre back who's been brilliant for them. They're going to have Manuel Benson back. I get that we might have Dan James back. But we've nearly got a fully fit squad here, for goodness sake. Leeds are miles off it. Miles off it here. They just look way more streetwise. Hannibal. Time on the ball. Koleosho. Ball in. Good ball in. Hoofed away by Leeds, who have not got control of this game whatsoever. Yeah, Burnley are getting everything right at the minute. Every 50-50 ball feels like it's been won. Leeds look shocked. And you need your big players to step up here for me. Gonna go get the ball, Gruev? No, just pointing at other people. Bogle now. Slow. Really frigging slow, Jaden Bogle. Nonto out wide. And Burnley have regrouped already. Slow. Everything middle. He's offside, I think. Brandon Aronson again. It's everything central. You've got Firpo playing centre mid. Leeds nearly get the free kick there through Brandon Aronson. And Leeds go all the way back to Melee. No. Now, look, I've gone quiet here because it looked like it should have been a penalty to Leeds United. Aronson plays the ball through, intercepted. Manor Solomon has the ball. That's a fucking penalty, you cheating bastard. That is a... How's that not a penalty, you dickhead? That is a penalty. He's come from behind Manor Solomon. He's taken his foot, and the referee couldn't wait to point for a corner. By the way, earlier on, he'd not given us a free kick when there clearly wasn't any advantage. It's a penalty. Stone wall. He's come through the back of his leg. It's a penalty. All day in the Prem, that's a penalty. What's going on? He's pulling out the yellow card. What's he doing? Oh, he's giving it for earlier on for the foul earlier on. He's had to go to the linesman. He's had to go to the linesman to clarify that was a yellow card on Brendan Harrison for pulling his shirt back, which we should have got a free kick for because there was no advantage. But he's given Hannibal a yellow card for the free kick that we didn't get in the advantageous situation. The referee, stop talking to Ampadu, man. You're an absolute knobhead. Excuse my French, everybody, but I cannot stand these officials. Useless. Absolutely useless. It's a stonewall penalty. Denied for Leeds United. Gruev, corner. Can't beat the frigging first man again. Oh, Hannibal skipped past Ampadu. Oh, and Ampadu's down. Hannibal and Ampadu have collided there, and yeah, Ampadu's in trouble. Ampadu's in big trouble. Doesn't look good at all. It's a penalty, man. It's a fucking penalty. He's come in from behind. And did you see that little shit Hannibal going in for it? That's why he's got booked, by the way. And he should have got booked as well for pulling back Aronson. That's a yellow card. And then he's just gone in with Ampadu on a 50-50, which could have been the other way. And the problem is the officials are letting this little git get away with it. They're letting him get away with it. It's such a joke. Such a joke. They're dictated by just players who are mouthy. Who's he think he is? What's he doing there? That's why you need David Batty, innit? Put a reducer in on him. I mean, who's he looking at? Who's he looking at as well there, Hannibal? Who's he looking at? He's turning round and I don't even know if he can play on. I don't know if Ampadu's going to be able to carry on here. Yeah, we're getting... And he's still on at the referee. This guy's a little scumbag. I can't believe... I cannot believe that's not a penalty. I can't believe it. It's a stone waller. I don't care about Will Ferrell with the greatest respect. I don't want to see Will Ferrell. I want to see Hannibal getting a glass thrown at his head. Slightly violent. Man. Is Ampadu back on? I think he's all right. See, that's the thing that's hopefully got the crowd going a little bit, which is good at Ellen Road. It's like when you get stuff like that. Oh, well played, Strout. Brilliant defending. Gruev. Awful. Absolutely awful. Oh, fucking hell, the ref's giving us a free kick. Laurent kicks the ball away. Referee doesn't look at it. I'm so pissed off, everyone. I'm so angry how he's not giving that. How can you not give that as a penalty? How can you not give that as a penalty? In every single football game, you'll get a player going through the back of the opposition player. It's a penalty all day long. Would he give that as a free kick? Of course he would. He'd give it as a free. I can't believe he's not giving that as a penalty. It's such a joke. I can't stand the officiating in this division, in this country. That's why we are laughed at as a country. And quite rightly so. What is it, the American lad? Is it Jared Gillett, who's the best ref, the Australian lad, I should say, who's already the best referee in England, and he's Australian? What does that say? It's embarrassing. Solomon, anyway. Good feet. Going inside again, though. Ampadu. Spoofs the ball out for a goal kick. Terrible effort from Ampadu. Awful. We're just going central all the time. We're getting hit in transition as well. We don't look effective going forward. Oh, it was Koleosho who scored, was it? Right, I didn't know that. But yeah, we're getting killed out wide. Bogle looks second best to Jaden Anthony, in my opinion. I think Anthony's got the beating of him every time. The beating of him every time. And again, Aronson. The 1-2's on. Fucking hell. 1-2's on, and Aronson just goes back inside, does a little pirouette, and then goes back to Strout. The 1-2 is there. Just play it. Be confident in your first touch. Bloody hell, people. Yeah, Nonso's played Ampadu, not Ampadu. I have to say, Bogle's looking sluggish. He doesn't look sharp, does he, everyone? We're just not quick enough at the minute. Really not quick enough. Needs to be 1-2 touch. Instead, it's 4-5 touch. Then we'll play the ball central. Aronson plays a flick, and it's shit. My language, but he's not even looking where he's passing it. Not a number 10. He is not a number 10, everyone. He's not. I said this 3 weeks ago. He's not a number 10. He doesn't have the guile, the cuteness, the innovation, the vision. He just doesn't have it. He's a good player, Brandon Aronson. He's a good player, especially at this level. He's decent. But Nonto has all of those attributes, and having that centrally is way more impactful than having that out wide. Brendan Aronson is an energetic presser, but he's not your number 10. Not a number 10 whatsoever. It's like even in that phase of play there where Nonto's tried to do a 1-2 with him, and he's tried to take off some sort of like creative flick straight to the left back and out of play. We'll lose this game. Obviously, if it's not like any sort of bright spark there. But we're just not moving the ball quick enough. We've got a free kick here, and they're all out of position. The Burnley players are now going to the referee to complain. They're now going to complain, and Leeds should have taken the free kick quickly because they're out of position, but we don't do it. We don't do it, and we wait for Burnley to regroup. We wait for Burnley to get back into position. Joe Worrell's just been booked, but do you see what I mean, everybody? It's that quick phase of thought, moving the ball 1-2 touch. And yes, there's people blaming Daniel Farke of this. Daniel Farke is on the structure of the team, the framework of the team. You know, We're just useless on set pieces. It's embarrassing how bad we are on set pieces. Leeds did well there. But yeah, the framework and the structure, of course, it's been, we're getting murdered on transition in counterattacks. But obviously it's not Daniel Farke's fault, the fact that Matteo Joseph's missed a one-on-one. It's not Daniel Farke's fault. The fact that, that's fucking crap, man. It's not Farke's fault Nonto's missed that opportunity, but Leeds are just not moving the ball quick enough at all. It's too central. It's a bit of a risk here, because do you risk putting like Joe Rothwell or Tanaka on? You could definitely do that. The referee's having a shocker. He's having an absolute shocker. Hannibal's running the show. He's just talking to the ref. Not in an ability-wise. He's a below-average footballer, but he's doing the Premier League stuff, throwing himself on the floor, and this basic bitch referee is falling for everything. Solomon. Leeds have 2 in attack. Burnley have regrouped again. Leeds have just no bodies in attack, so we're going to have to go back. Got to be quicker. Got to be quicker, Leeds. We've got to start doing stuff. We've got to find a different plan here. All we do is cut inside. That's all we're doing. Got a striker in the box. We're not putting any crosses in. Nonto does it. Much better. Leeds win a corner. That's better. We've not actually gone down the flank and done anything yet. We've not gone down the flank and delivered a ball into the box yet. We did it in the last game and Joseph scored. You've got a striker as a number 9 and all we're doing is cutting inside and passing it centrally. I get it when you've got Peru up top. I understand that. But when you've actually got someone in the box who can get on the end of these crosses, why don't we put a ball in? Why don't we put a ball into the box? Who's on it? Is it Aronson? Ball in. Strout wide. Half time. Yeah. Yeah, not a good half. It feels very much under Bielsa, with when we play like Nottingham Forest and we're losing, I think it was 1-0 at half time. And look, Joseph should have scored. Nonto should have scored as well. But Burnley, we've played into their hands. We're not playing quick enough. They're transitioning on us. They've got Koleosho is a massive problem. You've got Hannibal, who is dictating play because of the referee who's allowing it. He enjoys being the villain, evidently. But Leeds are struggling. Where everything's going central. Every time we're inverting, we're not opening our bodies up and actually getting the ball out wide and utilising overlaps, underlaps. We're not doing any of that we've seen in the first couple of games. And look, this is his first real test, Daniel Farke. Obviously, West Bromwich Albion away from home, but we didn't do anything in that game. We just sat back and didn't do anything. So we came for a 0-0. The rest of the games we should have and invariably have won. But overall, Leeds are looking a little bit out of ideas for me. A little bit out of ideas, I have to say that. And the reason that because of that is because we've got Manos Solomon who's inverting. We've got William Yonto who's inverting. You've got Brennan Aronson who's in that number 10 as well. So then what Burnley are doing is they're packing out the central space. They're just packing out the central space. So what that means is then you've got Junior Firpo getting the ball every single time. And if he wants to progress forward, he's having to pass it inside. Jaden Bogle, if he wants to get forward, he's passing it inside. But the main problem of this game right now is Leeds have been transitioned on every single time effectively. If Leeds move forward and we don't play an accurate pass in and around those central spaces, we're getting counterattacks, and we're not good at defending these counterattacks. They're looking dangerous every single time they're coming forward, whether or not it's Jaden Anthony or whether or not it's Koleosho on the other side. Then what you're getting as well with Burnley is a very high level of fitness as well. They're pressing a lot. Zian Fleming is getting a lot of joy peeling off Joe Rodon. He's caused Rodon problems in that pocket, but also as a striker in that first half. He's peeling off him. He's won 2 free kicks off him as well. He was nearly thrown goal with a central pass from Josh Lawrence, which was just one pass they were in. But the problem is what Leeds aren't doing right now. We've got a number 9 in the middle. Are we not realising that we have a number 9 on the pitch? Do we think that Perot is playing up top? Do we think Gruev is playing up top? I don't really know. So if you've got a number 9 in the box and that was your success from your last bit of open play in the first game, in the Hull City game, what happened? What happened in that game? Manor Solomon took 2 men on, Jarvis and Louis Coyle on that left-hand side, put the ball in. Joseph was there to finish it. Why are we not doing that? Why are we not going on that left-hand side and that right-hand side, putting the ball into the dangerous areas and trying to put a decent ball into those areas so Matteo Joseph can get on the end of it? We haven't got runners in the box when it comes to Gruev and Ampadu because naturally they're worried about the counter-attack, but they're not covering the positions well enough. When you're getting Bogle going high and you're getting Firpo going high, you are not getting Gruev and Ampadu being good enough in covering those fullback positions. And what I can say about that, everybody, is when we're building up in a 3-1-6, which is what we do right now, and this is the whole framework of Daniel Farke, why he's done such different things the last season. It's what I keep getting told, which, look, I have also said, and you've seen a little bit of difference in terms of those 3 players in Nonto, Aronson, and Manor Solomon being like that, inverted, central. But what you're getting then is you're getting the width being provided by Bogle, the width being provided by Junior Firpo. So when you've got all these players up top, and the defensive pivots are struggling when there's a counter-attack, there's a fundamental problem there because that's going to keep happening. And Burnley are going to get a second and a third. So yeah, I mean, I can see a lot of people saying it's terrible. It's Bogle is terrible defensively. I don't think Bogle's been good. I have to say that. I think Jaden Anthony's got the run of him. I have to say that on that left-hand side, he just doesn't look sharp. He doesn't look fit, Bogle. Bogle doesn't look fit. I don't know. He just doesn't look fit. When I even look at Junior Firpo, I think he looks like a fit, sharp player. Bogle doesn't. But a lot of frustration here. A lot of frustration for Leeds United, I have to say. Guys, I'm going to be back with the second half very, very soon. But yeah, make sure you're chilling with us for the watch along. And I'll see you very soon. Cheers. Hello, people. Hope you're all good. As good as you can be. Probably thoughts of mine. I think there's been a lot of poor performances from Leeds. I think but the manager's killing Nonto. Killing him. He's barely had any touches of the ball. And we're looking at a scenario right now where he is our best player. So you've got the X Factor player, and he's wide right, of which he's been playing. So why are we playing Brendan Aronson centrally? Why are we playing him centrally? I said this at the start of the game. I don't understand why. I think Nonto not been in that central space is effectively killing us a little bit. I genuinely believe that. I think you've got to get him in more central spaces. You get him in more central spaces, and he's going to affect the game a lot more. He's going to actually be able to run with the ball. Look, you bring Aronson off and bring Ramazani on. That's what I'd do. Aronson for Ramazani, and there's a conversation maybe 10 minutes in where you go Tanaka for Gruev. That's what I'd be doing. Or even Ampadu if you want to do it that way. But that's what I'd be doing. I don't think this is going to work. It's yeah. I think, and they're the changes you make. They're the changes you make probably within 10 minutes. But we'll wait and see how he does, because we know how long this guy normally takes to make substitutions. And what I don't want him to do is start. Look, the Joseph chance and Nonto chances have been big, but the structural framework issues of us being counter-attacked all the time by Burnley effectively, that's down to a structural issue. Okay, so that's something that needs to be put on his shoulders. But yes, I do concede that we should be scoring those chances 100%. Right, let's get that timer on. Fun and games, everyone, and been a Leeds fan. Never simple. But things have to change. My prediction is things won't change, and he'll make substitutions too late. And Leeds will probably end up maybe drawing the game in the last phases. That's what I'd say. Could be wrong, but we'll wait and see. Shout out to all of you guys who are in the building. I know you're all talking to each other as well. Yeah, so that's what I mean. I'm going to go with a shout out to all of you guys. But yeah, that's poor refereeing performance. But I think for me, it feels like one of those games. I hope I'm wrong, where they score a really crap goal right at the beginning of the half. But I hope I'm wrong. I hope you get a different lead. But yeah, I don't know. It could be 2-0, but yeah, positively, I think now I'm seeing it as a 1-1. Good result, be a 1-1 right now. I don't know if this structurally just changes. I don't see the manager making any difference. I'd be taking Aronson off for Ramazani, putting Ramazani wide right. As I mentioned, Nonto central, because he needs to get more touches of the ball. And I'd be putting Solomon on the left, keeping him on the left. But Solomon's not been good enough, by the way. Solomon's nowhere near being good enough. Obviously, what happened with the first goal, which I've seen during the half-time, definitely questions for me at Elan Mele, but Solomon ultimately was at fault for that, of course. But invariably, he's not been good enough going forward for me. He's not attacked them enough on that left-hand side. I think Bashir Humphries has done a good job on him. The referee's not been good enough. But yeah, I think for me, the substitutions, really simple. I'd give it 10 minutes for Tanaka, and then I'd bring Tanaka on for Gruev. That's what I'd do. But right now, being proactive, I'd be taking Aronson off, and I'd be putting and we're underway, everybody. But I'd be taking Aronson off and I'd be putting Ramazani on. But it's the same Leeds United. So here we go. Guys, we'll be here with your instant match reaction afterwards, of course. Make sure you join me for that. Big half needed from the Whites. But you'll see right now, Gruev is filling in on that left-hand side, right? So what needs to happen when Firpo's going forward, and when Bogle's going forward, Gruev has to be more effective in tucking in on the fullback region. The fullback region, he has to be better at tucking in and defending. Because if those two are going up as right wingers, a right winger and a left winger, which they are our fullbacks, he has to provide cover, and he's not doing that at the minute. He's not doing that. He's not providing enough cover when they're transitioning. Coming away again here, look. That's much better Leeds win it. We've got to be quicker as well. We've got to be more incisive. It's too easy for Burnley to regain the shape. Better from Firpo. Awful from Joseph. Plays the ball behind him instead of into his running path. The weight of the pass, the accuracy of the pass has to be much better from them. We've got to be more confident. We've got to be more confident in playing through the lines a bit. Aronson on his arse again. Nonto comes away, bit of space, doesn't quite get it right, and Burnley come away with it again. Leeds win it back. It's chaotic again, like the start of the first half. Bogle to Firpo. Deliver. Cuts inside. See, everybody. Do you see? That's the perfect example. Joseph's in the box ready, and we're cutting inside, and we lose the ball. It's a classic example. Firpo on the ball again. Deliver. Solomon does really well. Awful ball in. Hideous ball in. And it's a goal kick. Yeah, and it's very, very, very similar, isn't it? Very similar. Guys, smash a like on the video. I hope you're enjoying the watch-alongs as well. I know this is very, very frustrating, but please slap a like on the watch-along if you'd like to see me do these more and more often. But yeah, it's not good this for Leeds right now. It's very, very predictable. And Burnley look, even at the start, I know it's only been 2 minutes, but even where Leeds are on the assault a little bit, they look comfortable. Jayden Bogle is having an absolute horror show at points, I have to say. Defensively, he's just been nutmegged by Jaden Anthony with a back heel. Leeds have got to get back into this quickly. Gruev 4 touches, then passes it 5 yards lateral. Bogle. I think Bogle's been a very, very easy job for their left side of Perez. I think he's had Bogle's number when he's come forward as well. Bogle doesn't look sharp for me. Doesn't look sharp enough. Yeah, doesn't look sharp, Bogle. And I think we're struggling down there a little bit. Nonto should be central, and I keep saying this, but don't understand why he's wide right. Don't understand it. Aronson loses it. Well, it started very similar, everyone. I have to say, 4 minutes in, it's the exact. It's very comfortable for Burnley. It's worrying for me. It's worrying for me that you don't make any changes. That's me pointing at Daniel Farke when there is changes to be made. My logic, I just think, is really simple. We need more pace on this game. We need a little bit more quality. Brendan Aronson in that 3 and behind isn't working right now. Look, you might prop up with a goal. Fantastic, and I hope he does. But right now, as we're speaking, it's very, very easy. He's not getting enough touches on the ball, and when he does, it's not quick enough. It's not quick enough. You need Willie Gnonto in that central space. We need him in that central space. But we'll continue this until the 75th minute and then do something probably. Trafford. Hook clear. Hannibal's on his arse again. The referee will probably... Play on. Do not kick the ball out. Play on. Leave him. Do not kick the ball out. Firpo, Leeds carry on. And Hannibal's up. Oh, cheat. Yeah, it's so slow, people. I'm sorry if I'm coming across negative. I really am, but it's difficult right now. On all the watch-alongs, we're very positive, but it's so slow, this. Nonto now. We've got space here. Goes for goal, and Firpo gets in the way. It's one of those games, guys. I'm calling it now. It's one of those games. But Nonto picks the ball up centrally. As a go, it's better because he's central. No instructions from the manager for him to go central. But that's where you need him. That is where you need him. I don't understand why Farke's not barking over. Nonto had 19 touches in the first half. It's not good enough. Needs to be more. Leeds win it back. Better. Got to be quick now. Gruev slows it down. It's got to be quick, Leeds. Gruev again. Gruev, shit. Better, though. Joseph, good effort. Better, Leeds. Better. Much better. Joseph has a strike on goal. Save for a corner, I should say. Aronson. Oh, God, Aronson just has the ball striking ability of it. Anonso's going to get a card here. Aronson's... Is that a yellow card? I thought it was a red. Aronson's fault. Aronson... who is it? Is it Jaden Anthony? Yeah, Jaden Anthony's on the floor. It's a bad tackle from Nonso. But Brendan Aronson, get him off. Get him off. I mean, it is a yellow card, obviously. But, yeah, really poor from Brendan Aronson, who tried to strike at goal, but we know he's not got a good ball connection, so it dribbles and is deflected. Yeah. Oh, dear, everyone. Hannibal. I mean, he looks offside there, but the ref's not giving it. Onside again. Koleosho. Well played. Well done. Leeds won it back. Good defending. Oh, brilliant. Solomon. What's he doing? And the referee's made us go all the way back. Refs from Sheffield, by the way, everybody. But I'm not saying anything. But yeah, just a quick one from me. Referees from Sheffield. Bogle. Got to be quicker here. We're on the overlap. Better. Firpo. I love Firpo, but you know when he goes on those overlaps, people, how often do we see the blocks being made? You know, in the overlap, and he tries to drill the ball in, Firpo. You'll see this every time. Real opportunity on the overlap. How many times is it blocked? From just the sliding from the fullback. Happens every time. He's got to get a bit of elevation on that ball in. You know, a little bit of a death chip maybe into the line of Joseph. Gruev. Gruev is making my piss boil at the minute. He has to get more elevation on these balls in. He's giving Leeds no chance. Get some whip on it, Elia. Get some whip on it, fella. Have a guess where it went again. And he hooks the ball in again, and it's first man. 3 times, and he's still on it. And you guys say I hate him. People say I hate him. Why do I hate him? He can't take a corner. He cannot take a corner ball. Unbelievable. Solomon. God, he's slow. Gruev cuts back, loses it again. Burnley just comfortable, man. Comfortable. We're not doing anything. And it's a Leeds throw. Do something, Daniel. Do something, Daniel. Let's do something, Daniel, because it's the exact same as we predicted at halftime. Exact same. Slow, central, not utilising Nonso enough. Nonso's literally now has the ball at right back to try and get the ball because we're not putting him centrally. So Nonso's now trying to get central, but Aronson is also in that position as well. So effectively, we've got Aronson and Nonso within 2 yards of each other. Can't get enough. Can't get all of the ball, Nonso. Aronson's just completely pointless at this moment in time. Here comes the counter-attack. Does well, Joseph. Aronson falls on the floor. He's doing my tits in. He's doing my absolute tits in. Nonto's got to be quicker. Leeds take 4 hours. Nonto takes 4 hours to pass a ball. And now we're going central again. We're trying to bumble the ball through. Joseph, Solomon, so congested. Gruev's going to have a shot, isn't he? No, he's not. That'd be too advanced for him. It's not difficult to defend. And we're going to lose it here. Gruev's going all the way back now. It's childlike, this. I can't understand what I'm watching here. It's like Nonso fires the ball. Do something! Make a change! Why do we always have to say this with him? Why is it always the same with Daniel Farke? Do something different, mate. Nobody's going to have a go at you. Put Nonto central. Take Aronson off. Take Gruev off. Put Tanaka on and put Ramazani on. Look, no one's gonna have a go at you for that. Joseph should have scored a goal. Of course he should. Nonto should have scored a goal. That's how football works. We're still getting hit on the transition, even the little bits that they've had going forward. You need to do something different. Everything is central. Everything is in front of Burnley. Do something new. Oh my God, this is doing my head in more than the Portsmouth game. This is unbelievably frustrating. He's offside, isn't he? Nonto. What are we doing? Nonso scored, but he's offside. Where's he going? Watch him be onside. Well, he's not far off, to be fair. Leeds are definitely the team on the ball, like the team in the ascendancy, everyone. But it's the frustration, isn't it? Solomon does really well. Ball, man. It's not. He didn't touch him. He didn't touch him. He didn't touch him, you donut. Brownhill's gone writhing around on the floor, not touched. Embarrassing football. It's so shit, this game. Take me back. And he's straight up, and the referee's just giving him a little tug. He's not even touched him. He's not even touched him, man. Unbelievable. God, I couldn't play this game. I couldn't play this game, as you can probably tell. Yellow card as well. A yellow card. For what? He didn't touch him. The intention of sliding. Humphreys gets out of it. Little phase of play there, everybody. Rodon plays it. Aronson falls on his arse again. Aronson's gone back to old Aronson. This is why I said it on the pod. We've got to take our time with Brendan Aronson. We're 3 games in. We're 3 games in with Brendan Aronson. And look, he's gone back to very, very, very similar Brendan Aronson standards with an up in standards in Burnley in a much better midfield. And he's been good this season. He's been good, Brendan Aronson, but I've got to judge him after 10 games. I'm looking at him now and he's falling on the floor every 2 minutes. He's not getting involved in play. He's not doing anything positive right now. He doesn't seem to be wanting the ball. He's just running around like a headless chicken. Needs to do more for me in this position. But Farke's got to realise that. But he don't, and we'll all blame the player. We know what we're going to get with Brendan Aronson, but everyone will blame the player. What about the manager? What about changes? Still no subs. 61st minute. Still no subs. Three on target, man. Not good enough. You have 14 shots and 3 on target. What's going on in training? They look dangerous on this counter-attack as well. They're on it again. Bogle loses the ball for about the 400th time. Ian Fleming. Bogle gives away a free kick. He's been shit, Jayden Bogle. He's been shit. To call a spade, he's been shit. It's so predictable what Bogle's going to do every time. I'm sorry it's negative, everyone. I'm calling a spade. Like, this isn't good. It's not good enough. It's the players. It's the management. We're so easy to transition on. Look how much space they've got. Jaden Anthony against Jayden Bogle. Nonso wins it back. Ampadu coming away. Look, we'll have space now. Come on. It's a good ball. Oh, it's just in behind Nonso. Just that was the opportunity. Ampadu, good effort. Corner to Leeds. It's not a brilliant save by Trafford, is it? Straight at him. Oh, it's a good ball in. Aronson. Please get Aronson off. Please. Look, come on. Was that a corner? Don't know. Couldn't say. Well, Burnley making a sub. Colio show comes off. Worrell moves it clear. Oh, guys, it's not. I mean, we're doing it. We've got the ball. We're doing it. We're in the ascendancy. But I mean, the ref is giving nothing. Have we just got bad dives? Do we not dive properly? Because Brownhill goes down, Hannibal goes down. When they go on the floor, it's a free kick. Is there something they do that? Is there certain rolls, as in like roll around on the floor, that you're supposed to do? You're supposed to go anti-clockwise instead of clockwise. I don't really know what you're supposed to do. But it seems like they nail it. They nail it. They don't get touched. And when they roll clockwise and anti-clockwise, the Sheffield-born referee, Chris Wilder in the middle, seems to just give it. So, come on, Daniel. Oh, he's nodded someone. I think he said, let's go. So, I guarantee this is going to be Joel Peru. And there's not going to be an injection of speed or anything. I mean, this player's had the ball for 10 minutes. Book him. Oscar Marriott, any chance of a sub Farke? I know, mate. Strouk, brilliant. Strouk's been very good today. Oh, there goes Aronson. Will he make a sub, everyone? Will we see the new shiny substitutes? We've spent £15 million on Ramazani and Tanaka, but Farke won't put them on till the 80th minute. And then you'll get fans criticising them because they can't make an impact and they're not good enough. A la Jadon Anthony from last season. No time to make an impact, but wheel out the old Farke-mobile because he's done this his whole managerial career. So let's just see if the tried and tested method works, because we won't see any substitutes until a ridiculous hour, of which, how can they make an impact? It's not fair on the young lads who'd be coming on. It pisses me off no end. Aronson. Joseph. Aronson. Nonso. Oh, man. It's just not landing for us, is it? Hence why a substitute might help. Solomon. Gruev. Back. Aronson. Gruev. Aronson. Gruev. Aronson. Gruev. Go back. Good lad. Ampadu. Tries at least to get us forward. He's trying. He's lost the ball there, but you're getting his counterpart do absolutely F all. Nothing. Whoa. What's he doing? What's he doing? Why? Guys, I'm telling you, he's got his favourites. He's got his favourites. Ampadu has been miles ahead of Gruev. Why does Gruev stay on? Why? Ampadu gives you balance because he gives you a defensive stability, but he gives you that combativeness as well, but he can move forward. He's a ball carrier. Gruev isn't that. He's not that. Why do we want Gruev on? I don't understand it. I don't understand his logic. Where's Ramazani? And Nonso's still wide right. Fuck off. Sorry. Obvious substitutions. We know what they were supposed to be. Tanaka, if you want to go Perot, fine. Ramazani, Gruev, Aronson, Solomon off. That's what had to happen. Just... Peru. "70 minutes gone." Leeds corner, Rothwell. Rothwell. Gruev. Sideways. Perot. Can somebody tell me what happens with Joe Rodon in the box? You know, from his own box. Any centre-backs out there, like former centre-backs who used to play there or whatever, can you let me know? Because I was a centre midfielder and I knew where I was supposed to be in the box from corners when I was attacking them. I knew where I had to be, but my position wasn't as important as the centre-backs in these positions, right? I don't understand how he can get his headers so wrong, his positioning so wrong, and his interpretation so wrong. Can somebody tell me, as a former centre-back, how Pascal Strouk can do it to a very effective level, but we've got another guy who can't do it? Can't do it. I don't know. And Mike, I've just seen your text, mate, about Ampadu potentially having an injury. Well, I think that gives the manager a bit of vindication, mate. I don't know, maybe he has, but when he was sprinting through with the ball there with 5 minutes to go, he didn't look injury-ridden whatsoever. He didn't look injury-ridden. I don't know. But I'm enjoying our record signing being on the bench. I'm enjoying our tempo dictator in Tanaka being on the bench. This is all fun and games, isn't it? It's great, but I'm really enjoying Gruev still being on the pitch. It's great and well worthy of it. because he's more of an attacking danger than Ampadu. Ampadu's a complete midfielder. Just keep Ampadu on and put Tanaka on. It's really frigging simple. But no. Look at Solomon. Monto, who's still technically wide right, by the way. Monto. Afternoon all, I expected better than this. Yeah, 100%, Carol. 100%. Solomon has been poor, Jamie. Call a spade, mate. He has been poor. He's not been taken off, though. Not been taken off, though, has he? You know? But yeah. For me, it should have been Perot. Hannibal getting it. What is he doing? Cringy twat. Rothwell, man. Yeah, so for me, look, we knew. I think we all knew. I was saying Ramazani and Tanaka at halftime. I was saying it at halftime, but I'd have gone. As I said, Perot, I completely get. But yeah, I'd have moved Nonto in the 10. So yeah, those two subs. But yeah, if you wanted to throw Perot on, you can throw Perot on. But we know what it's going to be at full time, don't we? Anyway, we know what it's going to be at full time. Joseph should have scored. Nonto should have scored, which I get. They should have done. But you have to structure the game. Players miss chances. You know what I mean? And to cultivate what we've cultivated, and for you to make the changes you've made, it's not good enough. It's not difficult, this, for Burnley. It's easy. Not difficult. Burnley aren't having a lot of the ball, but they're not really having to do much, are they? Do you know what I mean? Like, we're not pulling them. We're not getting through on goal. We're not having really good opportunities. Rotho with a good ball. Leeds win a free kick, which might as well just go back to the keeper, eh? Just terrible from set pieces. We're so bad from set pieces. Never gets addressed, though. By the way, guys, what have the subs done? What have the subs done? Peru, bless him's barely touched the ball. And we need quick, impactful subs now because he's brought them on with 20 minutes left. Grove plays the ball in. We cannot, and it's actually a good ball. Rodon blames everybody else again. We cannot do anything from set pieces, and it's still not addressed. The fine margins to get you promoted. Can you get promoted with scoring like a corner during a season? Two or three set piece goals for a season. Can you really do that? You're putting so much pressure on you to score from open play. It's unbelievable. Set pieces are minging. Oh, Strout with just the most horrendous ball, and here comes Humphries here, who anticipated it well. And it's a Burnley throw-in. This is crap. This is absolutely shit. Shit. Boring Leeds. Nothing changes like when it's like this. I think this has been our first. I think this has been our first test. I get West Bromwich Albion, but West Bromwich Albion is not on the same level as Burnley. We know that. We know that. We know it's us Sheffield United and Burnley really. And Burnley have got players out. They've got players out. And I look, even when you look at this, if it had been a 0-0, it'd have been slightly worrying with the players that they've got out. Bayer, etc., Manuel Benson. But even with the players that they've got out, they've not gelled really as a team yet. Burnley. Blackburn did a bit of a number on them. Sunderland have beaten them at home with 10 men. They're not really fully functioning yet, Burnley. And they've come here and, yeah, don't get me wrong, we've had like 900% possession. That's great. We've had 2 big chances. But since then, guys, what have we done? Honestly, since that Nonso chance, who's he bringing on now? Byram and Ramazani. Ramazani on the 77th minute. Well done, Daniel. Good shot. 13 minutes to make an impact, Ramazani. Or some fans will call you shit and overrated. That's what we'll get afterwards. It's not just me, though, guys. It's not just me who's saying this. It's all of you guys as well. It naturally does become worrying. You've got Russell Martin, who is a carbon copy of Scott Parker, and it's just seemed quite simple, this. It seemed quite simple. They've not looked in any stress, really, in my opinion, in this half. Leeds have had the ball, but it's been slow. It's been lethargic. He's not made any substitutions which have made any difference. Look, we all knew what should have happened. We're all agreeing at halftime. You guys were all saying the same thing, but he doesn't see it, does he? Because he's stubborn. He's a stubborn git. And Brownhill's gone down again, so he'll get the free kick, even though Rodon's gone down with a head injury. And this will be another 25 minutes, so I might as well just go upstairs and make a cup of tea. Rodon's down. So. Oh, man. Scott Barker meeting with his players during the delay. Farke standing around like an idiot during nothing. Not good enough. Outmanaged. We are too predictable. Should have changed the side 20 minutes ago with 5 players. Let's have a look. Rothwell should have given the ball. Has given the ball away a fair few times. He's been on. Should have been Tanaka. The Tanaka thing's weird because, like, you bring him in as like the big signing, in midfield. You bring him. Oh, this is the goal. I've actually not seen the goal. So to be fair, Solomon just slipped, didn't he? Yeah, and the keeper's never gonna save that, is he? Yeah, it just stands there like a donut, but he's never gonna save that. But it's a good finish from Koleosho. I don't really know if you can blame Melier, but it's a criminal place to lose the ball, especially when you got someone of that pace. So, yeah, but like I said, like in those situations, I don't expect anything from Melier anyway. I don't expect a world-class save. It's just not what I expect from that goalkeeper. So, regarding, well, I can't remember what we're talking about. I've just lost the will to live at this moment in time. Tanaka, yeah. Look, Tanaka. Well, he's a record signing. Well, not record sign. He's the signing that we brought in. Is he not fit? I don't know. Is it because he's come back from Japan? Farke will tell us that probably in the post-match stuff. He's come back from Japan a little bit too late, and Rothwell's come on. But we all know we want to see Tanaka. I like Rothwell. But I mentioned the pre-match I'd have Tanaka, Rothwell, and Gruev. But he's kept Gruev on, hasn't he? He's kept Gruev on, so he loves Gruev. But that shouldn't take away from the balance, really. But yeah, I don't know, everyone. But we've not done anything. We've not done anything since that's Nonso chance. We've had the penalty shout, of course, but shots on goal, what have we had? 3 the whole game, which, 3 on target, I should say, the whole game. But we've not done it. We've not tested Trafford at all. Not tested him at all. He's a good keeper, but he's a young lad. Not been tested once, really. That's credit to Burnley. They've just sat in and So I'm on the Sky Sports Plus thing, and they're saying here Burnley are filing back, and they're really, they're not getting up as much as they were doing in the first half. But we're not doing anything. We've not done anything. Everything that Burnley have got with Leeds is in front of them. Everything's in front of them, so they don't have to worry. They don't have to worry for me. Showing the Joseph chance right at the beginning of the game. He's just got to score. And he's missed it by 3 yards. So it's got to score. I don't know what you're on about, Michael. What do you mean, do I have an answer? I don't know what you mean. Do I have an answer for what? Why we're losing? Because they scored and we haven't. I don't know what you mean. Oh, join us for the match reaction anyway, everybody. It should be interesting. Yeah, I'll be stunned if we score here. Be stunned. But I'm really happy that Farke brought Sam Byram on to save the day. In terms of, what is that sub? in all seriousness, what is that sub? I've not even focused on this one because he's made too many howlers already. But what is that substitute? Why has he brought Sam Byram on for Verpo? But don't worry, that's me being negative in it, because what Farke's done is right. I need to get off his back. That's me being negative in it. My bad. It's easy. This is easy though, isn't it? We're not doing anything. It's boring. It's boring. But we're all negative, everyone. There's 2,300 of you in the building, but everyone here is negative. Everyone here is negative, even though everyone's singing from the same hymn sheet. Byram's now the furthest player forward, which is good. Ramazani. Fucking hell. Just not moved anything quick enough, have we? Oh, Tanaka's coming on. Hey, well in, Danny. Oh, Danny boy. He's bringing Tanaka on with 5 minutes to go. Good lad, Daniel. I'm not at that bit yet, everybody, but I can't wait to get there. I think I'm going to get there now. 86th minute. Come on now. Let's get on. You've got a lot of time to make an impact, fella. Good lad. The players must even be confused. So Rodon had a head injury. And why wasn't he brought off when he had the head injury 3 minutes ago? Tanaka's now, 3 minutes later, Tanaka's now coming on. Byram. All the way back to the keeper. Come on, limited Sam. Let's do something. Chance again. Nonso. Oh, we look toothless. We look absolutely toothless. We look so average going forward. What has he done with these subs as well? What has he done? So look, we're gonna analyze the game, everybody. What balance have we got with these subs? What balance? I mean, what are we looking at now? He's just thrown on. What have we got now? Greve centre back, Byram. Have we gone to a back three now? He's unbelievable. And he gets off with this stuff. No balance. Ramazani does well. Largy Ramazani. Oh, he should have played the ball in. No, he's made an awful decision. Perot was in. Sums up this performance, really. Tanaka blocked. And Ramazani's now writhing around in agony. This is just an absolute fucking shit show, isn't it? Nonso. We could play for another 190 minutes and we wouldn't score. Well, now Trafford's hurt himself. Fucking hell, man. Just end the game. End the game. So Ramazani had this chance here. Peru peeled off and he should have played him and he's got it all wrong. And then he's gone back, missed Bogle and Peru. Don't think so, mate. Go look at that haircut. And Burnley free kick. Boring. End the game. I'll just go do something else. We have got your instant match reaction, everybody, but fucking hell, it's not going to be. If you guys don't want me to blow smoke, then it's not going to be a good one. It's desperate, though, isn't it? What shape's he playing? It's as if this is the last game of the season. He hasn't got a clue what he's doing at points, this manager. He hasn't got a clue. What the hell is this? Who have we got on the pitch? Is Byron playing in the back three now? Bogle's there. So is Greve now centre-back or is Tanaka centre-back? Where's Peru playing? Is Nonto now on the left? I don't know what's going on. He's thrown 900 players on the pitch now with 15 minutes to go. And that's it. So the players are all a little bit confused as well. Who's there? There's no shape. Look, we'll get into it in the post-match. Trust me on that. Unbelievable. Burn the corner. It's the end of the game, man. Eight minutes. What can we do with this bizarre formation? Well, we're so out of shape. It's unbelievable. Because there's no defense of the transition. There's nothing. I don't know who's playing where. Does anybody know? Is this the last game of the season? I don't know what the manager's doing. All Farke's fault, this, everyone. Farke disaster today. It's a disaster. And a lot of you will point to those two early chances, 100%. And does that change the game? 100%. But a manager manages that situation from then on in. Okay, 100%. Yeah, and that's where you've got to look at the player. Joseph should have scored. Nonto should have scored, but they were very, very early. Since then, this has been shit. I don't know what the shape, the substitutions. Look, we'll get into it in the post match. Why is he taking Ampadu off? Ampadu off's killed us. Absolutely killed us. The shape is dead. There's no transitional protection anywhere. Rothwell's on. Tanaka's on. Where are they playing? Gruev's now centre back. I don't know what's going on. We're trying to chase the game and nobody knows what's going on. Oh, fucking Byram, man. Why has he put Sam Byram on? Why is Sam Byram on the pitch? I don't understand. What advantage has this given us? What's he thinking? He's not thinking anything because he hasn't got a clue at this point. He's seeing what shit sticks. That's what he's doing. Gruev's centre-back when we've got a centre-back on the bench. We've got Ampadu on the bench if he wants to use that. Why is he taking Ampadu off when Gruev's now centre-back? What the fuck is going on? Does it feel like a moment of magic needs to happen with you guys? It's how it's feeling with me. And that feels oh so familiar, doesn't it? That's on him, by the way. It's on him because there's no balance to the team. There's no defined shape. There's no defined roles for individuals. So that's on him. But it's get the ball to Ramazani right now. Solomon's gone off because it was Solomon in the first half. Get it to him to create some magic. And that's what it is now. There's no defined roles for anyone. It's the same shit. Nothing's changed. There's no quick pace when it comes to us in possession. There's no obvious substitutions that needed to be made. It's bizarre. It's absolutely bizarre. And this is the first top club we've faced with the greatest of respect. West Brom have been in this league for about 10 years. Burnley have just come down from the Premier League and are going to be one of three. Us and Sheffield United, you would expect, according to the bookies, who are going to challenge for promotion. We look miles off it here. Miles off it. But a lot of that is down to the gaffer. Nonso, who I don't know where he's playing now. Left wing's average ball in saved. The annoying thing is, it's like a promotion win for a team. This away, 1-0, kept us out. Been in relative control. Not really had a lot of the ball, but hit us on transition. We've not been able to defend against that. I don't understand why the gaffer's not seen that within the first 20 minutes like we all did. Bizarre. And yeah, now you've literally got. I don't know what we're doing. None of you, any of you can tell me what formation we're playing now. So there is no structure in place for us to even protect the back line now because he took Ampadu off. So we're completely vulnerable to a second. A lot of you might say, well, that doesn't matter, but I think in the swing of football matches, it probably does matter. We've not done anything out wide. Everything is inverted. Pass the ball, central. Make us narrower. They've compacted that midfield on purpose. Shit. Absolutely shit from Farke. Is Byron right back? What's Bogle then? Is Bogle right mid now? I think we've got 2 right backs playing right back. That's what I think we're playing. Yeah, it is Stu. That's exactly what it is. Callum, it does, mate. It does. Of course it slows the game down. Right, I think Ramazani's driven us forward, hasn't he? Joseph's been bad as well. He's been bad from a player perspective. But I think Ramazani, every time he comes on, he looks good. Looks like he's going to drive us a bit forward. Fucking hell, man. I hate this ref. Humphrey's been sent off. My God. Shut up, mate. Shut up. Classic Leeds fans. Let's turn on him now. Let's turn on him. Yeah, he's 19 years of age. Let's turn on him. He's the new Bamford. There we go. There's the scapegoat. You'd have been licking his ass last game, though, wouldn't you? Guarantee you'd have been licking his ass. Well, that Joseph's a good player. He's a good player. What a goal that was. And now suddenly he's the new Bamford. Classic Leeds fans. Some Leeds fans, I should say. Not the majority, but the minority. Unbelievable. Grove, Nonso. Ball in. Yeah, Trafford. That's what a proper keeper there, by the way. What a take that is from Trafford. Melee had to palm that away. Big game, this. Big game. Big game. Telling you. Huge game. This is the commentator just said it. These are the games that win promotion. They are. These are the games. You've seen it over the years. And that's it. Leeds lose. Shite, Daniel Farke. Your fault, fella. Guys, we'll see you on the instant match reaction. Cheers.